Hello everyone, Connor here. Just as a small disclaimer, some things we may talk about on the pod shouldn't be attempted or recreated. Remember to keep everything legal, keep it between the hedges, and don't tear up the ground while you're on the pull.
See, we done this earlier, and the pair of us, when we done it, it was like making a noise in the background.
Oh.
Touch wood, that noise now seems to have gone.
Sure, we could record 5 minutes and then listen to it, make sure everyone's alright. Because 5 minutes is handy.
God, hope and prayer.
He says that until it's a
It's a very, very professional setup now.
There's a bit of sarcasm there. Right, go start down.
The sarcasm hit me in the face, alright.
Do you know he's done this for 73 episodes now and still?
Is that how many we've done? Because
Wait, do you have to read this intro every time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was like and you just added it in at the start. No.
No.
Right. Okay.
No.
Do you ever notice every one of them's different?
No.
He doesn't listen well enough then. Hello everyone, how's she going? You're listening to Agri Automotive Podcast with limited slip differences, your perfect blend of cars, tires and everything in between. I am Kyle, and I'm also called Connor.
I am Michael, and we have 2 guests with us this week. Although this wasn't meant to be a guest podcast, so we'll just get straight into it. Connor took a mental breakdown last week.
I meant to be.
Oh, we meant to be.
And not Conor McFetridge in this one.
I planted them all the time.
So it ended up being Connor was like, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a bit of recording. And I was like, right, fine. So I need someone that can talk tractors and stuff. So I stole another Connor. So we have Conor McFetridge, as known as Connor from Grassmen.
Mark 2.
Yep. And then Tyree's come back to join us as well to talk all things cars.
Yep.
So, yeah, and now all we've done is stand chat shit for the last while, and now we have to.
What episode are we on?
We're in episode 74.
That's not so bad.
So we're back. This is the 4th year of the podcast. 4 years.
Well, no, we're entering the
Sorry,
first
we're
year.
entering 4. Well, yeah, it's year 4.
Aye.
We've done 3 years of podcasting. We haven't been cancelled yet.
No,
Ever.
thankfully your editing finger is...
Do you know that's one thing I live in fear every time we record. Have I missed something? Have I included something accidentally that really shouldn't be included? And I have done it once where I've insulted somebody and forgot to cut it out.
Who did you insult?
I'm not saying.
So you installed it and you're like, I must mind and cut that out and just never done it? Or did you think, I could get away with that?
No, so I said to them like internally, I was like, fuck, I need to cut that out, and forgot.
Cut that out. You can bleep it.
Yeah, I can.
That's all right.
Yeah, I can bleep all that.
That's alright. That's
One
not so
thing
bad.
is like,
Not mean dad more work for you, but sure, it'll keep you motivated.
So you Terry sort of half knows Connor. Well, you do listen the odd time.
Me?
Aye.
Oh,
You do listen. So
Yep.
start off normally with what's new, and because there's now 4, technically we're all hosting this time because it's not a guest episode. Otherwise,
Well, technically we do have 2 guests. A very much a recurring guest in Tyree, and then Connor just...
Connor's supposed to be filling in for you.
Good lad.
Like you're not actually.
He even looks like me with a monk and sun hat.
Yeah. To be fair.
we're exactly the same.
Yes. I bum fluffy has actually got a bush.
Alright, cut that too, I think.
Nah, I'm staying. So we'll start off.
Do you ever sit all day just doing this?
No, it gets, if you start and play with it too much, it starts and gets at you. But
Really?
It does.
Do you have to use beard oil and all that?
No, I do not. No. No, I get in the shower and I just use like Head and Shoulders for everything.
That's why. Yeah.
Aye.
Apparently that's not a good idea.
Do you ever condition it?
No.
Apparently you shouldn't do that. I've got shouted at for doing that. She was
For
like,
doing what?
putting Head and Shoulders in my beard.
Are you supposed to shampoo your beard?
I just assume if there's
When I
hair
had
here to
bit-
get shampooed, there's hair here should be getting shampooed.
To be
What
fair,
about
whenever a
different
bit
hair?
more here, I shampoo it, to be fair. No, well,
I'm
it's
just sort of scared to get it in my eyes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's fairly close to your eyes when it's on your face.
Yeah,
so.
you're kind of like.
Although this is that well trimmed, actually, I did come back from Australia and the boys like, Bin Laden's in the 11 around here. Like.
You should look homeless, did you?
So yeah, tied it up for this.
Well, the what's new section sounds
Osama bin McFetridge.
Doesn't just have the same ring to it, like.
Osama bin Armoy. Bin Armoy, maybe. So we'll start off with a bit of a what's new, and because we'll fucking drag this out for a wee bit. I'm not going first. Connor, do you want to go first? You were. Well, I was going to say that, Connor. Guess first, but
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing here,
No,
so
Terry,
I'll learn from you
No.
boys.
No, guess first.
it's blind leading the blind here. Like.
No, I'll let you
Right,
start.
go on ahead.
Um,
Apart from your mental breakdown,
which thankfully he's letting everybody know about. You know,
Are you gonna take the piss out of me for mine? I get to take the piss out of you for yours.
well, instead of telling somebody, you told everybody.
Yes. Logic.
I was about to say, to be fair, like nothing really happened, but a brave bit happened. You know, I got my knee dirty, and thanks everybody, thanks. Bank account's quite bad looking after it all the same, but
It doesn't get any better.
no, it's funny. You buy a ring, and then it's obviously a very nervous thing, you know, proposing. So you were telling me at the time, you know, whenever you
I
did
fucked up my proposal. I had to propose twice.
wouldn't be like you.
What?
Why? What happened?
To the same person? Like, you haven't proposed to do that.
Literally, I'll speedball this. While like against like PDA or anything like that, or like people
PDA being
public displays of affection,
Oh,
or
fair enough,
people
okay.
even seeing that I like my wife in public. Like I don't want people knowing that. Like, and I got down on one knee and I heard people walking down to where I was proposing, and I just mumbled everything, and she just went, "Aye." So and then I was like, no, give me that back, I need to do this properly. So
To be fair, her version of events, I think, where all you heard was and then it was like
accurate. Yeah, no, so I fucked it up really badly. So yeah, I've had to propose to Becca twice. Didn't have to, just I felt obliged. I should probably actually propose properly, because the first time I fucked it up really badly.
That's very noble of you.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
You saved yourself.
it's a good story to tell
to be fair, yeah.
after it all happened.
I'm also getting the vibe there of like these people coming across and your man and dad, like whenever your girlfriend's home, you're like, oh, no, I don't want to kiss in front of my man and dad. I don't want to propose in front of these random people.
Yeah,
Alright, fair.
yeah, that's exactly what it
I
is.
can't even talk. When I done mine, I was like, right, everybody, fuck off.
So what's the thought, right, not to go on a tangent here, but what's the thought process behind, like I know obviously to get married, but like what's going through your head whenever you go to buy that ring or you get down on one knee? Like what is going through your head other than shitting yourself?
Number one,
Shit
I
myself.
don't know, why are you shitting yourself? Because you're supposed to be like, I'm confident this person's going to spend the rest of their life with me. Surely they'll say yes.
to be fair, the first thing is it's like get a ring they like,
No, I wasn't a problem.
and
Becca picked hers.
with me and Gemma, it was very much a case of there was a hint, and
Or
then
several.
Yeah, because men never pick up on the first couple of hints.
I literally,
anything.
I'm as subtle as a brick, like, and I do not pick up on hints at all.
I was
like,
about to say our brick's very subtle.
brick through the window is not subtle at all. Like, I literally do not catch on to anything. You need to spell it out for me, and even at that,
I
I
think
might
that's
still.
just a typical man, though.
Aye, that's possible. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's just.
Well, to be fair, so yes, number one, you want to get one they like, because it's a bit awkward if you get one they don't like it. Well, they'll probably not be told because everybody will be too polite, but they'll probably think in the back of their head. So anyway, you do that, and then you're obviously like, you must like this person enough to want to spend the rest of your life with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's normally the general consensus.
And then you like to probably think of, oh sure, that's probably the dear part over it. But then you go and you look at a venue or two, and then you're like,
Then they start adding on the extras, and then she'll just look at you and go, aye, and you'll just go, I suppose we will, aye.
and everybody's just like, but it's that one special day.
No, to be fair, now I can sit and act the hard man and all here, but I fucking loved my wedding day. Like, I had the best day. It was a dear day out by all means, but no, it was great. Like, I genuinely. So, you come back to why are you nervous?
Were you nervous?
No, I wasn't right up until the day. And then about maybe an hour and a half beforehand, Becca says, she's like, you just completely changed as a person. I just became really intense and really not aggressive, but really like, why are you here? Like, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? Like just really ratty. And she was just like, I'm supposed to be getting engaged to this man, like, and now he's talking to me like a fucking dick, like, you know. And I done that, and then as soon as it was all over the second time, everything was grand, everything was right with the world again. And then, no, I wasn't nervous or nothing on my wedding day. Like, I did turn into Groomzilla about 30 minutes before my wedding, right enough, but that's
But,
just...
like, getting engaged, were you worried she was going to say no? Or, like, did you know that she was going to say yes?
Well, considering she picked her ring, and we went and bought it together, I was pretty certain.
Pretty
that-
solid.
It seems like I
thought
did
that was
start
a
alright.
fairly good.
Yeah.
I
Never
think,
say never, but it's good.
to be fair, I think if you're going out on a limb of thinking that they might say no, you probably shouldn't be getting engaged to them. It would be my hot take on that. If you have an inkling that you think they're going to say no, you should be rethinking that entire situation.
With me, I wasn't nervous about actually doing it, but for such a small thing comes a big fucking box, and how do you conceal the big fucking box? So for me, if I had brains, I drove to Benone Beach and done it there. And you would have thought, right, there's, you know, say a pocket underneath the chair of the car or something out there, conceal it, and then, you know, basically take it out whenever she's not looking around that, carry on. Nope, I decided to wear a hoodie and a body warmer and put it in the pocket of the hoodie.
So you looked fat?
But then I never really thought about it until we went and got some food out at the shop, and Gemma, say, reached over and got a chip or whatever. I think, I was thinking, fuck, she feels it in the pocket. But apparently
Why
she
does your
didn't.
fat feel square?
True. But then it was more the case of, right, I'm a bit like yourself. Not about the whole PDA thing, but more just you
Don't
want
like
a wee
people
bit
making
of.
fuss.
Aye.
Yeah.
So
Last thing you want to hear is some old
it was-
buddy going,
it was worse because there was somebody in a standard BM diffing on the beach. So all I got was, you fucking brought me to the beach because there's some car thing on. And I was like, there's one random young fella diffing on the beach.
it was actually Tyree.
I was just trying to ruin your day. I'm sorry.
Ironically, it actually was a 320 BM diffing on the beach. But it was goodbye to them, and then we had it on a couple of other dog walkers walking past, and I was like, right. The other thing that I sort of added to it was raining, and she had her hair and makeup done. So, but anyway, yeah, it went well. She said yes, and then I got to the point where it's like, what finger and what hand I put this on?
I heard that wrong.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
I picked that up wrong.
He just heard one word.
The way you said it, it come out just.
So, then obviously in the heat of the moment, she is, as one would say, probably overstimulated. I was not. I didn't know if it was coming or going, and then we eventually got the ring onto the correct finger.
Did you have to chat GPT what finger it was or anything like that?
No signal there, Michael. Thankfully.
Surely she would have known what finger it was to go onto.
She was overstimulated,
Okay.
and
She put it on her thumb then instead. Or?
thankfully it was correctly sized for the correct finger.
Right, okay.
But yeah, no, that went all well, and then she said yes, so can't complain. Just now it's all about the planning of the big day and that, and just whenever you see prices and that, you're like, wow, but sure, you only do it once.
You hope.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you hope.
Unless you propose twice.
I haven't got married twice, thankfully.
Are you going to renew your vows or something next year?
No. If I was doing that, I'd be doing it 10 minutes later. Just saying to the priest, hey boy, you need to do this again. To be fair, talking about rings, when we were putting the rings on,
I was about to say this.
Becca fucking just jammed the ring. It must have been the nervousness, and just jammed the ring on my finger. And I said, during the middle of the ceremony, goes, do you want a ratchet strap for that? Whilst grimacing in pain with just this ring just going bang. I was like, ah. You'll see the video. I'll probably find the video. Like you can literally see me just going.
But your day was good out, like, to be fair.
Aye. Good old crack.
Aye.
Back with fucking dogs abuse. Or it's behind the camera, but it's the Sarah. Got dogs abuse. Great day.
I had a back clutch and type R, so I couldn't do fuck all.
Yeah, that was a bit.
And my passenger side window didn't go down. Well, it goes down, but I don't know if it goes up again half the time, so I just was like, don't put that window down.
Hondas.
You're not really selling this car to me here. I was all on for her, and I'm sort of thinking,
You don't want her, lad. You don't want her. Sure, she's got an inch of bird shite on her.
that's handy, sort of.
True.
Apart from the engagement, what else?
Things were very busy at home, like with the farm and that there.
One born every minute.
Aye, basically, yeah. Well, every day at least. And then just training heifers in the parlour and all. Like, a lot of the time now, they come in for the first few days and they're like, oh, this is grand. They're getting meal. They're basically playing along and that's great. And then
Tyree's looking at you so intently. That's funny because she hasn't the first clue.
And
So
then
a
they get
heifer's a
maybe
cow.
I got that. I know that much.
they're in a week, and then there's one there in particular, just with the position of her teats, they're quite wide in the udder, and I mean if she looks at the wrong way, they fall off. So that's a bit annoying. So that's why I was late this evening. So yeah, apart from that, there's at the minute I can't think of anything else, to be honest with you. Yourself, Michael, what's new with you?
I'll explain at the end. Let one of them pair go on ahead. Connor, you were you were away.
Was it?
Well, I'm only back from Australia and New Zealand there. I suppose landed back on Christmas Eve morning. Never told anybody I was coming, just landed in the back
So
door.
they all thought you were going to be out over Christmas.
Well, I was sort of fully convinced I was going to be myself.
Really?
Like, I had no intentions of coming home. And then
in general, or just
I would have rung the old boy and just said, land everything to Armoy Market. I'll stay here. Like, Pa Nagel is determined for me to stay out with him, but I've got away again, so fingers crossed it stays that way. But nah, it's a different world. If anybody could go away, I would recommend it to anybody.
Where did you go? Or maybe this is, you're not bound to say, maybe.
No, I suppose I could tease it a bit, like, or where were we? Obviously, I had to go to Monk.
I was going to say, I mean, you weren't.
We didn't have to go. I actually got this last year, but we didn't have to go to Monk. But just when you're over that far, you don't want to really go by him. He's always good to us as well.
Nice fella, Sam.
Aye, real nice fella. Went to a fella. He's actually originally from Cushendun. Went out years ago as a backpacker, and was working the water mains along the road. And said, if I buy a digger, could I hire it into us? And they said, yeah. And he's now sitting with 14 million's worth of machinery in quarries across Australia. So, filling with him, real nice fella too.
Fair play.
Another combine crowd, maybe 2 hours west of Melbourne, and then on to New Zealand, and you'll just have to watch and find out who we got there. But yeah, it was good now.
That's some story, to be fair.
Back to the snow.
Working in the water mains.
Mm-hmm.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, jeepers, I don't know. I think he said he was 19. He must be mid-40s now, like.
But see, the boys, I think, that went out to Australia, like, prior to, like, I guess the boom of us all going out, like, people going out 20 years ago, like, they're the ones that would have worked and made unbelievable money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're the ones that would have probably got that, like, Australian dream. Like, you hear of ones, like, from here going out and, like, all of a sudden they run, like, 20 plasters, stuff like that. Like, it's like, gee, like, and they won't come home because they're like, if I come home, I'm not going to get the same weather, not going to get, like, boys living in Brisbane, they start work at 6 o'clock, they finish at 3, and they go and have, like, their lunch on the beach, like, you know.
And that's it, it's a different lifestyle. Like,
Yeah.
if you talk to anybody, I'm an awful raiser. See, getting up in the morning, you'll not get worse.
I'm
like,
not a good raiser either.
Like, sleeping myself out of bed in the morning.
Aye.
See you over there, 6 o'clock every morning, feet hit the ground and you're on it, like.
But is that because the sun is literally coming in at you and it's nice and warm?
I don't know, because, like, the room I was staying in particular, I was just blackout blind, so you couldn't tell if it was daylight or nighttime, like, so it was just, I don't know what it was, whether it was just mad to get out at it, or I don't know, it's just a different world.
Like, I am hard good out of bed. Like, I struggle to get out of bed. Like, but I could work to 2 o'clock in the morning,
Aye,
no
I'm the
bother.
same.
Like, it wouldn't faze me. But it doesn't matter, even if I got 10 hours sleep. See, just about 15 minutes before my alarm goes off, it's just suddenly, sure, I don't need breakfast. And just reset the alarm, and yeah, I do this in sight all the time. Like,
And then you wake up about an hour later.
and then boss is like, "Where you at?" It's like, "I'm coming now." I was sick there for a bit.
That's when my milking time's 7:30. I hate getting out of bed.
And what time do you milk in the evening?
6, 6:30, depending whenever I get home from work. Like, so
Then that's 12 hours, so that's fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's all right until the fella in the milk lorry is coming to lift the milk, and he's like, it's barely cold enough, because obviously I'm just finished whenever he's coming. So I probably should do it and get up earlier, but like, bed at this time of the year is fucking nice and warm.
It's hard to get out of.
You know, compared to -2 or whatever. I fuck that. But yeah, suppose if we didn't love it, we wouldn't be doing it.
what about the
Yep.
farm? What about the farming at home?
Farm's still going. The old boy done a fair job of keeping everything alive when I was away.
That's the main thing.
That was probably my biggest gripe about being away, because all you're doing is thinking about your animals all the time you're away.
I hear you.
But the old boy, to be fair to him now, we do fall out, but he's a good stock man. So
Are they your animals then at home? Or is it yourself and your
sort of
fellas
mix of
partnership?
both. So we have the herd number split between the two of us. So I think there's 15 or 16 heifers running there at the minute.
Yep.
and then the lammer. So Daddy doesn't lamb any sheep at all now. It's just myself. But he'll give me a hand like if I need
Can't
it.
say I blame him.
How many do you have?
There's 95 to lamb this year, and then he runs another 60 or 70 dry lambs to sell as hoggets. Then I have another 25 replacements coming through as well. So I think we done the census there the other day. There was about 180 or 190 sheep or something, and then whatever couple of heifers there is too. So
Is that a lot?
For having a full-time job and all,
Yeah. Sheep boys are a different breed. Like they genuinely are.
I don't know if you take that as a compliment or
but like I work, like anyone I've ever worked with has been big into the sheep. Their holidays are literally spent in like February and March, and like all their annual leave, it's just lambing.
that is the worst bit too. Like every year it comes to Paddy's, then everybody's like, "Oh, come on, we'll go to the Scenic or we'll go out in the rep," and I'm like, waiting on a Yoda lamb here, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
but
like I know another fella who I used to work with on CD, and he was the same. He was like, "No, sir, can't be going anywhere. Lambs." Like, and he had 200. I think it's 200 ewes as well. Like, and same thing. Like, he's just obsessed with sheep. Like,
but then I'm only a small number, like too. Like compared to a lot of boys, like there's nothing really.
It seems to be a trend, but they're like, you'd be chatting to a lot of boys that have sheep, and they'd be like, no, I've got like 20 cattle there. How many sheep you got? I don't know, like 800 or something there. Like, you know, it's like sheep's nearly like, kind of like the way they talk about it's nearly like an afterthought. It's like, how? But you like that's 800 animals. I don't understand how boys can even like see mountain sheep. I just don't get that. I don't know how boys farm that. Or do they?
Well, that's the majority of mine are. Like there's,
sheep,
I'm deciding on Oaklade Mountain. It's all black-faced sheep, and they come down and they go to a blue list their tip.
There's
breeding to
nothing
be a lamb.
sore whenever them bastards get you in the leg.
Oh Jesus, the wrist breakers. They're bad animals.
So like
Bad animals. Like,
but like if you've got animals like mountain animals, like how is it divided out? Like how do they just not like I don't know fall into like a gap in between rocks and stuff and die? Sheep love dying. Like,
well, it's the same as any wild animal. I suppose like if you watch David Attenborough, like goats are jumping from boulder to boulder. Like I don't know. I mean, I haven't got like moo call collars on them. Tell me what they're doing.
but like how do you stop them from like breaking out? Like how is the ground? Is mountain ground fenced off?
Yeah, well, Knocklade is, yeah. Knocklade is to an extent, yeah. But then once you go up to the top, up to the Kernstone they talk about, it's just like a wide open semicircle. So if you wanted to like walk down into Ballycastle, you probably could too. But a lot of boys over Ora Mountain and that, and probably over Morton's direction, would tell you that the sheep over generations are like trained like through hereditary. You know that they're trained to know their home.
Yeah.
Well, not home field, but they're
the
place they're allowed to go.
I know what you're saying, because like a fella actually would have worked backwards and forwards too. His cattle have to walk about 1 kilometre home.
Yeah.
He can. I think you've seen this firsthand. He can open the gate and just the cows walk out and they just walk, and like they have to pass all these different farms and road ends and fields. Straight to the farm.
Well, that would be the same as ours. Like, so where our home farm is, you going up, it's like you've a right away in this concrete lane that actually goes through another boy's yard, and you go up through in like a Z shape, and then you go up through another lane, and you come to like a country road, but it is a standard road, and then they have to turn right and walk about a quarter of a mile across that, and then they walk through another 3 fields, and then across another lane and up through another field, and then they're on the mountain.
It's a fucking marathon.
I was gonna say that's a proper trek. Like,
I like my sheep. They're all at winter grass now at the minute, but like in another 3 weeks I'll be carting them home. And they're black-faced sheep, and they'll come home fat as bears. They'll go out to the mountain for a while to like burn off a couple of calories, and then you'll be like, well, I'm not trailering you down, so you walk them down the road.
All I can think of is fucking Tom sat nav.
Huh?
All I can think of is Tom sat nav, them getting their face.
John Joe sat nav.
Or John Joe sat nav.
I just
Bin Laden sat nav, more like.
I just don't understand how any man can. I just don't get sheep. Like, I just don't get it. I have zero appeal, but anybody who seems to like sheep, like, really likes sheep, and if you're from Draperstown, really like sheep.
Too much liking sheep. Yeah. But I will show you.
Local leisure centre's a sheep tied to a lamppost.
Yeah. Drop the bike feet in the welly bits kind of job. But no, I've been reared with sheep for years. Like, it's only as past 6 or 7 years I've got the actual herd number, and that's just by chance because I was working in a big dairy farm outside Castle Row. But like, I was always sheep. I was we are in sheep country.
Yeah.
The ground's fit for sheep. I don't have
100%.
any sheds. Like I rent a shed for my cattle.
Oh,
so like
fuck
we've no tank or anything at home. It's everything's lambed
Use it
outside.
nothing?
Not well. We've an old yard that my dad put a roof over at this stage, but everything's lambed outside. It's survival with the fittest out with us. Like,
But I suppose that actually does make sense because you're not going to spread sheep slurry, like, you know. It's not,
nah.
I assume that's not a thing. Like,
Well, if you have a tank like for in a sheep shed, like probably, but
I don't think Morton or anything is anything like that. Like,
Well, you'd probably just have to empty it. I don't know what nutrition or anything
I
would be in
have
it for the
no
ground.
idea
You'd
either.
have to get rid of it at some stage. But like everything's, as I say, like because I'm working full time too. Like if a ewe so much as looks at me the wrong way during lambing time, she's gone the following year. Just get rid. But bad elder, get rid. Doesn't look after the lambs, get rid. Just
you can't, like, yeah, that's the one thing whenever
you have a high
work-
call rate.
well, it's not too bad now, but I would be probably sore on it than I should be too. Like,
You have to run it like a business, really.
100%. And like, I give everything the benefit of the doubt. Like, I have a soft spot for some of them too. And right, you lost a lamb, it was maybe an accident or something like that, but I'll give you another year. But if she does the same thing, like, I had a ewe there, must be 4 years ago, and she came in, she was a 2-year-old, and she lambed, and she turned against one of the lambs, but she kept one of them, so I was like, right, you're out me one, I'll give you another go. Following year, she turned against the two of them, put her into a crate, which is basically like a headstock thing that keeps her still and lets the lamb suck off her while she sort of adopts them again, adopting her own lambs as you do. And she took the lambs back, was in a small pen, then she lay down on them, and I was
Right.
like, right, don't know, that was a bit iffy, but it could happen to anybody. It was a lamb a pen inside, it was dark, so who knows what happened.
Yeah.
Third year then, so this is now a 4-year-old animal
That hasn't actually given you
has
any
given me
return on
nothing.
investment.
I paid £130 for her as a hog it. She's come in and she took the lambs all right. She had 2 great lambs, went out to the field with them. No, sorry, that's a lie. She lambed the 2 lambs into a ditch. So I got to her on time, 2 lambs out the ditch. Again, had to put her into the crate to adopt her own 2 lambs back again. Was then put out into a field, and she lay on the 2 lambs again. And I was like, right, that's that, up the road.
Have you ever seen? I take it lambs would, as you say, would reject ewes would reject the lambs as well, would they?
Same as a cow.
Nothing scarier than watching a cow reject a calf. Like,
Oh,
it is heartbreaking.
that's cruel. Like,
It's heartbreaking. Like,
Aye, we had some similar to that there recently. So, a heifer calved, no, not a heifer, sorry, second calver calved down and put the animal back with the calf, and the calf went then round and straight down with the leg for a kick, and then we were like, no, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and then she was turned round and the head was jostling against a wall, and we're like, right, get the fuck out. It was a bit annoying because first day or two we just let the muller tear away, and you know,
is this
saves
the dairy
feeding.
herd, is it?
Aye, saves feeding them, and then with that one, obviously it didn't work out.
no, but it's rash. Like,
To be fair, there's even worse if you have a cow calves down with a clinker of a calf, which happened to us 2 years ago. Great blue calf, and we're like, oh, happy days, this is class. He came
sits
out.
on it.
He was no, not even that. That was grand. Say he calved at the night time. Following morning, putting the cow out, and she stood in the bastard's leg. And I was like, seriously, there's £400 down the drain.
There's some days would test you.
And
I know a fella who was got this deadly limousine calf born, and it come out the wrong way at the end, come out backwards and pulled the front legs, and the front legs buckled round like that, and he actually stuck with it, and basically had the 2 legs in splints to basically get them to work. Now the calf had a bit of a hobble, but it came alright in the end, but you could tell there was definitely a weakness there. But he was like, I am not fucking giving up on this thing. This thing is worth far too much money for me. Like,
But is it the love of the calf or is it the money?
I think when you're looking after animals, it just gets to the stage you're like, I'll throw anything at it just to keep
Yes.
it alive.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, as you said on the phone to me last week, the things in your care, and it relies on you. It's like you're its parent, really.
Yeah.
And like, I would like throw myself in front of a car to look after my stock.
100%.
And I'd say you are all probably the same too. Like,
well, like we have a blue calf there, and whenever it was born, the leg wasn't right. But like, yes, some people maybe have put it down for not done well, but we fed it on and probably end up like have to be slaughtered on farm or something like that there, because there's no way if it goes to a meat plant they'll accept it, because well, it's not right.
Yeah.
You know, it's hobbling about in leg. You've seen it, sure. It was out in our front field during summertime. But again, you're giving the animal the benefit of the doubt. There's no point in calling something.
There's two ways of looking at it. Some people look at it in the way of it's just you can either spend the money in veterinary bills and keep them fully like up to, well, just keep them in the best care. Some people will do not the bare minimum. In this country you have fairly strict welfare checks regardless if you want to be farm quality assured or red tractor or whatever. You're bound to certain welfare standards, so you just can't have cattle in any old shape, despite what fucking vegans or activists will tell you. They're looked after pretty well. But some people might just say, look, I'm going to do it to this point, and after that, it's a case of just, look, I can't put any more into them. I've spent probably the equivalent on one animal. So if I had lost an animal, I would be no worse off, but I would rather have all the animals. Because I would feel like for me as a person or me as a farmer, like looking and like having that like lost animal against you, and it can happen. You could be the best farmer in existence and still lose an animal, either bad luck or something comes on overnight. Or for me, like I'm traveling, and something happens and back I mightn't notice, and a day later you come back to look and you've an animal down. Like you might not know, but you do your best. It just comes down to, I suppose, within reason how much you want to
layman's
spend.
terms. You don't buy a set of wheels for the car to curb them.
But it can
No.
happen.
You know, things can go wrong.
Oh, 100%.
But,
Especially with stock. Like, they're unpredictable. And like, my old boy always told me, I mean, years and years ago, whenever I was a cub, and I lost a pet lamb, and I was like devastated. Like, I mean, I was like,
As you would be.
6. Like, I was like, that was my child. And the old boy just said, if you can go to your bed at night knowing you done everything you done, or everything you could, then there's nothing more you can do. And that's just the way you have to look at it.
I
Like,
think
if you,
that's the way I look at it with the cattle as well, as whenever that, like, because I was killed with pneumonia for, not literally, thankfully, figuratively speaking, but like we had wild bad problems with pneumonia, and the last thing I wanted to be like is, did I try to keep the cattle in the best welfare? Did I try to keep them well? Like, took them out, took temperatures, done every one of them, even if they were on the lower end of a temperature. Some people might take the chance. I was like, nah, fuck it, blanket them all, every single one of them. Again, 10 days later, took them out, measured the temperatures on them all again. Any that had one still had a high temperature, they got a second treatment, and then again after a while got them another dose of everything just to keep them right. Like, you know, it's just trying to keep them.
Well, there on Facebook this evening, funny enough, there was must have been a vegan activist that put it up, and it was a milk jar from a collector bottle. And it
Is that photo still doing the rounds?
and it was so this could be again, but it was full of red milk, and the person was like, "Oh,
I seen that last night.
this is
actually.
going to human consumption and all this crack."
That photo has been doing the rounds for about 10 years ago.
And
No joke, like.
You're showing your age, for it was the first time I seen it.
No, I remember seeing it. It's the one of the pink milk in the jar.
like your mom
We
was
talked
saying,
about
"Oh,
this like even 3 years ago in the
this
pod."
is
I've
this
never
is
seen
must."
this before.
No, I hadn't until last night. To be fair.
So like it was like, "Oh, this is
This
a
is
cow
truly
with
what happens
mastitis."
when you milk a cow. This is what actually happens. This
Oh,
is
if
what
you
they're
overmilk
doing.
or blah,
If you
blah,
milk
blah.
a cow, this is what actually happens. It's like, no, they don't produce strawberry milk.
Well, they can do whenever they're calving down, and that's just because of the burst
Burst blood vessel.
burst blood
But
vessel.
it actually doesn't taste of strawberry, Connor. It
No,
is,
no. I've never tried to taste it. I mean,
You haven't?
no.
I mean, what?
But like it was up. Oh, this cow has mastitis. This is from over milk, and this is from taking her away from the babies and all this crack. And then it's fucking 500 shares or something.
Hey, if you say something confidently enough, people will believe you. Like,
So, and all it was burst vessel, and obviously you don't put that in for human consumption because that'll make all the milk in your tank obviously go red, and it's wrong. So you keep it separate and usually feed it to the calf and all that crack too. Yeah.
But I think you can go from one scale or one end of the scale to the other too, like, because I've seen me pumping more money into an animal than it's worth too, just to keep it
100%.
right as well. But like, you can get to a stage too where the animals, and don't get me wrong, it's maybe happened once, but it's too far gone and it's nearly cruel
to keep it living.
You know, you need
Aye.
to know when to pull the pin on an animal too.
I've seen like animals that maybe have taken like a real bad, like a collapsed lung or something like that there, and you've got like basically the wee tube on to try and keep them breathing, and it's like at the stage it's like, I know you want to keep it alive, but at this stage, should it
It's cruel to.
be alive?
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll come good, other times you might have an animal and like cattle's lungs, whatever it is, they're not like a human where they can store extra space. Once it's scarred. That's why if you've like cattle that has pneumonia, they'll probably always have that cough because it's just weakened lungs, which is unfortunately what I'm seeing. But excuse me, if you have an animal that's been scarred in the lungs that badly, if it can't even walk through a field properly, or you're trying to take it out of a field and you have to walk it real slow or it just can't move, is that animal really getting a good life? I don't know.
Well, if I was in them shoes, I'd sort of be like, pull the plug there, let me go. Like, but it's hard to play God too.
Aye.
I tell you one thing, before Christmas I was hoping someone would pull the fucking plug. But anyway, that's
Wow.
That's a story for another
I
day.
knew you, Tyree.
I was about to bring that up. Yeah, there was literally about to jump on that, so good man, Connor. You've got a new job since last time we were speaking with you.
Yeah, I got a new job.
Running around fucking houses, flailing your arms everywhere.
I don't know,
Being
yeah.
a millennial and all that.
Fuck. Yeah, no, 2025 fucking sucked.
You had such a bad year.
I had a fucking shit
You
year.
had a bad year, and I was like going like, because obviously it was sort of around the start of the year that even we got friendly, and like you just seen things happen, and it was just then this happened, and then this happened, and it was kind of like
It just kept going. It
oh my
didn't
God.
end.
Like you said at the time when you were on WAS that you had a bad year. It didn't.
No, it didn't get any better. It just got it just got progressively worse. So here's to 2026.
Well, at least you got a job.
I got a job. Yeah, I'm working with McKinney competitions now, running around like a fucking idiot, as you
So
said. But yeah, like it's taken me to Portugal and all, so I really can't complain about that.
But does it feel like, because obviously me and Connor travel for work as well, like, does it actually feel like a holiday when you're away?
Oh fuck yeah!
Or in the wrong job.
Like,
Do you want to
I'm
go work for
getting,
McGinnis?
like free
Can you
boat
get us a job,
trips.
can you?
What?
Can you get us a job, can you?
Probably not.
All right.
Sorry.
No.
We couldn't run like her.
No. If that was me in that video running around the house, I would get to the first room and be me coughing up a lung.
Yeah.
Ironically, he started the running quite recently.
Oh really?
Yeah, well.
Is this like a new 2026 new me?
It was just with the club, like, we just decided to, like, train every morning for some stupid reason at 6 o'clock.
I did see the Snapchats of that. You look fucked.
I was fucked.
You look really.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I still am. Yeah. We were not talking about me, we were talking about you. So your work trips aren't really work trips, they're holidays.
I mean,
And you
obviously
say you haven't had a bad 2025.
no. Like, I mean, I got away to Portugal about maybe twice, I think, because I only started working from them at like the later part of 2025. But like, yeah, free boat trips to do content and all. It's great fun.
So like,
How does that work out then, out
Yeah.
of curiosity? So is it like you go into work on the Monday and it's like, right, Tyree, book flights to Portugal, we have a villa or whatever, we're raffling off, or what way does it work?
Honestly, more or less, like in McKinney's, it's very, very quick turnaround. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, that first time I went to Portugal, I got told I was going to Portugal on Monday and the flight was on Thursday and the flight wasn't booked until Wednesday. So like, it's really, really quick turnaround.
that sounds, yeah. That
Sounds familiar, alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but like, I go into work sometimes and I don't know what I'm doing.
there's an excitement to that. but- I mean, that's me, but that's just mainly because I just don't have a clue what I'm doing in general. But like, there has to be an excitement to that. But like,
Oh, there is, like, especially if they're turning around being like, oh, tomorrow you're going to go film a Lamborghini. You're just like, hell yeah, I am.
so like, what McKinney's are? I would say McKinney's are quite. Just my general impression of them is they're probably above the likes of your.
You don't raffle a D turbo.
No,
No.
like you aren't in that game, or even with Toyota Chasers or M3s or anything like that. It's all more upper.
They're classy.
Yeah, classy.
Yeah, like
I was going to say elite, but I don't know if elite's the right word.
I mean, we have done like M4s and stuff. We do some fun
Is that
stuff.
the shabbiest of the yokes?
Depends
Just-
what you count
just
as shabby.
fucking yoke you run down the shop. Like that's the runabout, you know.
Like the very first car that I did, which got me the job, was I had to film my own video with a P1 Subaru. That was my very, very first one, which is perfect for me because I love Subarus. But yeah, they mostly do like I'd say Audi Q7s and all are like the most popular. But I love whenever the fun little thing comes in, like the Mercedes C63 and the
Yeah.
Lamborghini and all.
What McKinney's were they? They were one of the OGs, but weren't they in terms of the raffles?
Yeah, they.
Them and our Kings probably, I think, were maybe two of the first.
As far as I know, yeah, McKinney's was definitely one of the first.
Yeah, because I even remember my uncle saying to me at the time, he was like, "Oh, have you bought any of these things from McKinney Comps?" And I was like, "No." Like,
My dad absolutely loves McKinney's, and he actually hates me now because he can't enter the competitions.
oh really?
What's that?
Oh, because it's fixed.
Yeah, so like, no,
I wasn't even being smart there either.
No, but if your dad did win, there would literally people
No.
be going like, "Oh, well, it's good to see how he won that." You
I
know?
love
Yeah,
the way
like-
it was. Is it because it's fact?
no, like all our
Ivory
family
comes.
members and like friends and stuff are not allowed to enter the competitions.
Yeah,
We're
fuck.
not friends anymore.
So
Didn't
if
know
I
we
do
weren't
win
friends.
that 180.98, I just want you to know that I have nothing to do.
I've never seen that girl in my life.
I don't know who. In fact, we'll just blur out the podcast here now. Like. No, like so, like
How do you go about getting a job like that?
yeah. Well, apart from applying, like you probably would do for.
There's not the sort of job that's going to be like on Indeed or something, is it?
Yeah, so like I mean they actually did have a job up, but I didn't
Yeah, you
get it
applied
until
before, did you not? Like when we were talking to you, when you came on the podcast, was like you talked about having applied for it.
yeah, so like it was 6 months later that they called me and basically said that they were still looking for someone, and that like the first one not
I don't
It-
really
it-
know how
they-
to respond to that.
they ended up not getting anyone. Like they decided to take the job off the market.
Right.
So then it was 6 months later. So I got the job at the end of June, start of July. It depends. I realize I haven't really answered your question very well. It depends. Like I have obviously previous experience as a presenter, but it's like just send a show reel in. Like they had we had to do a video, like a script of an RS3 and send it back to them. So like I took my brother's Golf R and pretended that it was an RS3 and tried to do a video of that myself. And yeah, it obviously paid off.
I was going to say, how did that go? But obviously it went well.
Yeah.
Because you got the job.
Although I was in the middle of like the estate in Castle Dawson and there were children everywhere, and I was like, I feel so uncomfortable right now.
That's maybe part of the reason why you maybe got the job, but because they maybe seen that and just went, you know what, she's powering through that.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Obviously, your video did not include the children.
Oh no, no, obviously not, no.
Okay, maybe I thought there was Wayne's in the background, like, and you were still just powering through.
It's a public set and she's so natural on camera.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's yeah. But like,
It's funny, like, not to put in Michael, but it seems like we like people who sell tickets. Between
Yeah.
Tyree,
Abby,
Abby, Taylor.
I think that's maybe probably
Yeah, that's
just
true, actually, yeah.
Yeah. It's
If you want to come on, you need to be a raffle guy.
well, Anne
It's a
Marie
recurring
actually is
theme.
planning on coming on too. That actually, yeah. No, because because Tyler had told us like I was going to say
I think
years
Michael
ago.
will sanction if you want to sell tickets to come on to the pod.
Taylor, I remember, had told us that they couldn't enter anything, so she can enter. She was like, "Oh yeah, I've entered like all the other competition pages, so she can enter for Lucky Day or whatever else." She was working for Pristine. She can enter for all the rest, but she can't enter for anything like to do with that. But who would be McKinney's competition? Because like the likes of Pristine, they'd be in competition probably with Lucky Day. Storm would be in competition probably with 7 Days in England. Like, who would be McKinney's biggest competitor?
I don't really know, because I feel like McKinney's cars are quite different compared to the likes of like our Kings. You know, like McKinney's are kind of more like family based SUVs and pickups.
Did they not start out selling caravans? Is that not like
Yeah, like they still do the caravans,
Yeah.
yeah. So theirs would definitely be a more family based, and I think that's probably why they do so well, because like you don't see very many.
But that's like what I say. Like my uncle was saying, like, "Oh, have you entered any of the McKinney like competitions?" Like my uncle's not going to turn around and go, "Hey, boy, did you see that chaser in our Kings there?" Like, you know, or what about that 6290 in Culty Comps? Like, you know, he's not gonna turn around and say that. But he like definitely, and it seems to be the demographic for it is like kind of like the older audience.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
I could be wrong, but
No, I mean you're right, but even still, like I had to give a winner their Mercedes C63 today, which is honestly really painful because like I can't win it. But he was young.
oh really?
Yeah, like he was pretty young. Don't ask me what age. I'm gonna say maybe like 30.
But in general, thing you would say most of the people you're giving praises to would they be above 50? Like,
I would say like above 40. But most people go for the cash. Very, very little people go for the cars.
funny, I thought about this too because there's like I've entered for a lot of stuff and then went like, if it actually came down to it, would I take what I'm looking for or would I take the cash?
Depends what competition it is, though.
Well,
like, if it's a D-Turbo, I'm taking the D-Turbo. If it's Mark 4 Golf, I'm taking the Mark 4 Golf.
Depends what it's worth at the end of the day too. Like,
Yeah.
If it's a Chaser, I'll probably take the Chaser.
will you take the likes of that 189 that was up the other day? Your man got a 30 grand cash alternative. That thing's bound to be worth 60.
And they've already made their money off it. Like, so now basically this second time round raffle, and obviously they have to pay for the promotion. But like,
I'm glad that you said that because the amount of comments that you get about like the money side of things, but you don't realise like
there's an absolute fortune goes
that's
into
people's
it.
wages and ads and content and like everything in between.
And you showing up on my Facebook 5 times a day every day is not cheap. like to pay that. Like,
I'm sorry.
like, it's just a way of numbers.
That was one video.
It was one video every day for about 3 months.
Well, did you buy a ticket?
No.
Fuck, I didn't do my job.
To be fair, I don't particularly want to fill it.
It's one of them things where it's like I would only buy a ticket if I'm like something I'm genuinely
If
interested
you
in.
really wanted it.
So like
yeah.
I have no interest in buying a house. Like, and yes, you could argue the cash. I think I did one. I think it was Bear Competitions. They were like the first people that I think they were the first ones to do a house. I think it was Bear. Maybe it was you.
Out of curiosity, see the likes of a villa that's like 250k. If it doesn't say, not that you're doing your job shit, but if it say doesn't sell that well or whatever because ticket prices or whatever, what do they do? Do they still run with it?
Oh yeah, like it gets drawn
They
no
have
matter
to.
what.
I think you would lose a lot of integrity. Like, and you do see companies doing this. It's like, oh, we're going to push back the sale of this here, or the raffle of this for another couple of days, and it's like, okay, someone didn't get enough ticket sales. I think, like, I remember Sammy was talking about it whenever she was in David Cuddy's podcast. Like, this was when she was still with Lucky Days, and she was saying like they had a villa up there that they didn't break even on, and they had to let it go. And they said, she was like, sometimes you're nearly hoping people will take the cash alternative because it's the only way you might get your money back out of it. Because obviously the cash alternative is less than what it, compared to, say, the villa's worth 250,000 and you hand someone 100 grand.
What though happens if someone takes cash alternative? I take it McKinney has bought the villa then, and
yeah.
or there's some agreement.
There'll be
there.
some agreement. If they haven't bought it, there'll be an agreement, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the stuff I think is agreement, but I think it's a good agreement. Like, it'll be honoured, kind of thing. Well, they wouldn't be in business by now
Because if you think about it, one bad raffle and you're fucked.
I could ruin you.
Agricumps. Do you remember that? Do you usually remember Agricumps?
Oh, was that the one? Did they go live one night or pop a video one night and they picked the wrong winner or whatever it was?
He was sharing the screen, but he was sharing the wrong screen. They already had the winner picked, so he'd done the raffle, and he called the raffle number came through, and then he called up like a random number.
And I was like, oh no, wait, that was wrong. We went to earlier or something like that.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like, that kind of nearly for a while done a lot of the raffle companies damage, and a lot of maybe the smaller ones would have struggled. Like, there's not as many. I don't think there's as many raffle companies as there were either now.
They were definitely a COVID thing.
100%, yeah,
beginning COVID.
100%.
But I think raffle companies is what's caused the car price of the second-hand car market to fucking skyrocket. Because especially, and a lot of what it's done as well in terms of cars, I found is, like, whenever we were growing up, like, the whole idea was you bought a car that was completely unmodified and you done everything to it yourself because it was like, I want this to be my car. It feels like now getting like a car, like, to jump in and drive is so attainable now. Like, there's nearly people don't want to seem to put in that effort anymore because it's like, oh well, why would I do that when I could just buy such and such won that car off Lucky Day and he's selling it for handy enough money. And
To be fair, you go to Donegal and you know Eugene Canova's cars a mile away. The Regal ones.
they are nice, but
No, but I mean,
are
there's
nice.
so many of them. Obviously, just go to Donegal.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
there.
Eugene doesn't like he has a formula. But like, what's apart from obviously going to Spain or Portugal and been wined and dined, what's your other favourite part of the job? And if you give me the shit of just making someone feel so happy when I have
Well, that's what I was actually going to say. Like, you were saying there about giving this boy the keys to this Mercedes, but surely that's bound to be a nice feeling when you like turn around and give this woman like 30 grand of cash. And it's like, oh my god, my life's just changed.
It is,
it
but
probably is, to be fair.
it is a nice part of the job. I just sometimes wish their reactions would be better.
Right? Okay.
'Cause, like,
Really?
Yes, you could be ringing people and they're like, "Oh my god, no way!" And you're like, "You've literally just won like £45,000. Act happy."
I'd fucking cry. I'd
Jesus.
cry for 145.
Don't talk. We are Kings. They had an instant wins thing, and I put in like 20 quid to it for 20 tickets. And I get £100. I went, oh my god! Told the whole family. Told the whole country. I was like,
Put on your CV.
She told me.
as soon as two as well, it was like, oh, do you want to use it as site credit or else take it out in the bank? I was like, oh, the fucking bank.
Honestly, if I rarely do competitions myself, but anytime I do, I go straight for the instant wins. But I only
Are
ever
they
get
the
like
biggest chance?
no. I just love the fact that I'll find out if I win something there and then. But like I usually end up coming out with like 5p site credit, and I'm like, you've just wasted my time.
I've had that before. It's like, you've got a credit of £1. It's like, thank you.
Sure, it was
That's great.
Abby's yellow golf at the time. I can't mind. Was it Dream Bike competition or something like that? There, they had instant ones, and I was like, oh well, fuck it, I'll put a tenner into that there then, and it was literally nothing but 5p site credit. It's like, well, when the fuck am I ever going to use this?
But that's the whole idea. So they've got that off.
It's like you can win 50,000 prizes of 5p site credit. So yeah.
Like they've got the money. It's kind of like, and really, it's kind of a scam in a way, isn't it? Because technically they have given you a prize, but you've looked at that and went, "That's not even worth my time." So you have got a prize. It's just
I've still yet to win anything bar the £100.
what's been like the weirdest reaction you've had to someone, like not like you've rung someone to tell them and they haven't, like what's been the weirdest reaction, or are they all just fairly wrong them all?
Oh, describe weird and like in what way?
Are you taking the piss?
No, like
Type of thing?
uncomfortable. Like one that made you uncomfortable, shall we say? Like, did someone ever react in a way that you were like, "This is weird"? Like, how are you not happy, or were they so happy you were kind of like, "You can stop crying now"? Like,
I've never had anyone cry before. Like, no one has ever been that happy.
Really?
You know what I think? I think people in this country are actually scared to show emotion.
Whenever you ring them up, how do you start it off? Because like, do they cry when other people ring them up to give them a prize, or is it just with you? Not in a bad way, but I'm just like,
not a bad way, but
Is that a massive
you've just won
insult?
20 grand here. Is that it? Or, you know, like, what way, whenever you ring them, how do you go about
talk
it?
it through.
Aye,
Let's
like,
roll
say-
play. Connor's a prize winner.
Aye.
Right, let's do this. Cheers.
So, say if like I've just done the number.
No,
say
you
if
have to
I'm-
do the phone call.
Ring.
Ring, ring. Do the phone call. Do the phone call, Connor.
We do. This is not the role play. Like this is some weird ass shit here.
I was going to say something, but I don't know how to say it now.
Just keep that one to yourself.
You have to answer the phone here, by
Put
the
on
way.
your best voice.
Connor, are we doing this?
Well, supposedly, yes.
But you answer the phone,
I
man.
feel like
Please don't leave her
I feel like
hanging.
I'm in the fucking casting couch here, lads.
Ring, ring.
Right.
Sorry. This is really bad podcasting. Go on.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello.
See, I think that may be a problem.
Or mostly people say I answer the phone going, hello?
Right, so when the number
Does it
rings,
be an unknown number?
I don't think so. I think it comes
I would
up
imagine
like
it says McKinney. It would probably come up
no,
saying.
it comes up like Dungannon.
Oh, really?
So it's an actual phone.
No, but I would have thought it would have actually, because like certain people, like for instance, the boy with the digger out
Well,
there.
good job of having blocked unknown numbers.
There's a fella, like the fella with the digger. If he rings me, it comes up saying CPF contracts, like automatically.
Do you have them saved in your phone?
that's what I was going to say.
No. No,
No,
it
right,
comes
okay.
up saying, see, that's like, I have them now saved as that because I just hit save. But like, it should be Cormac. But I have, when it rung me, it came up saying CPF contracts. And I was like, oh, very fancy. So
Yeah.
I would imagine they probably do that. Otherwise, like, I don't answer
No.
private numbers.
Like quite a lot of people don't answer. They don't get the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't answer private numbers or unknown
I
numbers.
don't-
So they
I
still
answer
win
full
even
stop.
though they don't answer.
Oh yeah, they still win. Like it'll be me
That's
contacting
not like
them
the
the
code
next
gas
day.
call where if they don't answer the phone, you go to the next person.
Yeah, we're not dickheads like that.
Oh yeah, because you work for a competitive radio station. Wow. Are we doing this phone call or not?
Right.
Go
Okay.
Q Radio.
Okay. So ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this Connor?
Jesus, take me out. What about you?
And then I'll be like, "How are you tonight?"
Not so bad. Hey, just podcasters, eh?
The fuck's sake!
I would hang up on him. I think, no, you're not getting it.
I'd fucking redraw it again.
Wow. Go on ahead.
I'd just be like, "Go, what are you getting up to tonight?"
Podcast yourself.
Not a lot. I was just wondering if you've bought any tickets recently with McKinney competitions.
Normally no, but I must have bought one.
Yeah, you bought one for the Lamborghini Aventador.
I must have, yes.
Yeah, well, you're the winner. Obviously said with more enthusiasm.
Yes, and obviously I probably.
You have to tell us, like, reenact how you actually do it. Like,
Yeah.
we want to judge why people
No, to be
aren't
fair,
crying
Connor's
here.
not making it easy for it.
No, that's right.
Probably just go through it yourself and pretend that somebody's answering the phone.
No, because then I'm just talking to myself.
If you were like, but you'll be like, you've just won the Lamborghini Aventador, and if you hear, oh right, cool, and like the way he's done on the phone, I'd just be like, I'd be devastated if someone actually.
I'd send them a Hot Wheels or
To
something.
be
instead.
fair, I have
Do you know
another
what?
idea.
Fuck you.
Michael, you try and do the phone call for McKinney competition. Tell somebody they won a Lamborghini Aventador.
You want me to ring the person?
Yeah, for the
Yes,
crack of
you-
it.
yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. We'll do it for you then.
Go for it.
Hello, is this Tyree?
Yes.
Terry,
Who is this?
Terry, it's Michael here from McKinney Competitions. This is. Please don't sue me. It's Michael here from McKinney Competitions. I was just wondering, did you enter a raffle there for a Lamborghini Aventador?
I think so. I think I might have bought a couple of tickets.
Well, I just want you to know that you're the one who has won. Congratulations! That's how you'd fucking do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nobody's crying over here either, to be fair.
There's one takeaway now. We know what his phone voice sounds like.
It's just copying what she was saying. In fairness, like.
But no, it's like you're waiting for this big reaction, and then half the time it doesn't happen. There has been a few people that have sworn, and you have to tell them you're live on Facebook right now.
It doesn't really matter on Facebook. I get it if
No,
it was
like,
radio, like Ofcom, obviously, but there's no Ofcom on Facebook, is there?
No, it's fine. No, it's fine like that.
I suppose
It's
for
just so-
maintaining professional, like to maintain professionality or
Yeah,
whatever
and
the
then they
professionalism.
can obviously go and watch it themselves as well.
Because obviously you can't swear on yours.
No, we're hardly allowed to smile, really. Like, no, we're not allowed to swear, not allowed to talk about anything inappropriate, not allowed to. No cigarettes or vapes or anything out. No,
It's not really hard for you.
I don't smoke or vape, so that's not too bad. It's the swearing normally gets me. Like,
Yeah.
I am a nightmare for
How
swearing.
have you not started smoking weed?
Don't know. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't smoke.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
My
well,
mother
fuck.
and father, well, my mum's quit now, but my dad smokes and then my two sisters smoke, so like and all my other family smoke. I never really got into it.
I would have put you down as a 20 Regal filter kind of guy.
Nah, I'd be a tin of bisque sort of guy. I've only sort of converted to the bright side this past while now, but
Oh, no, we live in Munster, like.
Red Bull.
Nah, I don't have the money.
Ah,
It's nice to
same.
see him. She's making the big money with McKinney's, but like, so.
So you started at McKinney then in the second half of the year.
Yeah, at the start of July.
So a bad start to the year and then a better finish.
Well, no.
No.
Not really.
It's a fucking shit finish to the year as well, Connor.
Do you know we were talking about people crying? Well, we might see some tears now.
No, like what do you even say? Like I don't want to go into pure depresso mode, but obviously, start of the year, my niece ended up getting cancer. Which
That was pretty grim.
To be fair,
That
she did
was-
ring the bell, though.
she did ring the
did ring
bell.
the bell.
She got her MRI scan today, so we're waiting for those results to see if she's got the all clear. But obviously, that was just ended up being a very traumatic
That's
year.
a pretty.
was it at Dubshed you found out?
No,
It
before
was,
that.
Work?
yeah. I didn't go to
that.
Dubshed because it was kind of like our last time seeing Mila before she started.
Treatment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't end up going to Dubshed last year.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, we obviously can't joke or laugh about that, so we'll move swiftly on.
yeah,
But like,
swiftly on.
but thankfully, Mila, in fairness, did get a chance to ring the bell.
yes,
And you've raised a right bit of money. Fuck, to be fair, credit to you, you done some amount of work. Like, genuinely. Still
Yeah.
never got that photo shoot that I won that time, like, but...
Well, that's on you to organise that.
Oh.
I think I'm going to organise your schedule for you.
Yes, in that case, yes. But, like, you know, I know we make the digs about the photo shoot and all that, but in fairness, like, you done some, and like, we done one charity thing this year, and that was fucking hard enough going. You didn't stop the whole year. Like,
yeah, like I felt like there was nothing else that I could do to help her, so the only thing that I felt like I could do is either raise money for the charities that was helping her, or just raise money for her and raise awareness as much as I possibly can for
and
what
a
she
lot
had.
of people stepped in, like a lot of people were generous, and it is one of them things where, and we seen it with the charity thing too, like you do, it does actually restore your faith in humanity at times. As much as we all say that you hate people and whatever, like when you see so many acts of kindness of people, and people you don't even know that well, or maybe your brother's colleagues from work or whatever, like just chipping in and throwing in money, and you're just like, wow, like this is unbelievable, like how much support people actually give.
No, 100%. And I think especially, like I'm sure you will know, you don't actually realise what goes into treatment, and even
100%.
like the aftermath of it. Like you don't actually realise the amount that goes on until you're the person that is in that situation.
Even the stress and all involved too, or the worrying, or you know, all the emotions and all that too.
Yeah, like
And,
it's
like,
just constant.
For Robin, for like that's for a child, like, but it's one thing if it's a partner and or even like a kid to a parent, but when it's a parent to a kid, like that's fucking tough going. Like,
Yeah, like most
especially
definitely.
so young too as well.
Yeah, it was especially really difficult. Obviously, Mila has her twin Georgia.
Yes.
It's like Georgia's growing up, but Mila's not really. And then it's also trying to watch, because Georgia's growing up, then she's getting so much more like rowdier and independent, and then she's wrecking around the house, and you have to be so careful to watch Mila so she doesn't get hurt in the aftermath of
And
it.
are they identical? Are they genetically identical twins?
No, they're not identical.
Right, okay, because I was going to say that one of the next fears would be then if one of them was a gene is...
Well, I mean, everything like that was tested, and Georgia came back as fine, so...
That's good. Like, no, it's because it's a fucking scary enough time, like...
Oh, I know. Like, it's still... I think it's still one of those things, like, Mila's treatment plan especially made her... Like, it makes her more likely to get leukemia later on as well.
Right,
So
okay.
it's like you never feel like you're out of the dark.
Yeah.
But for
It's a
right
bad
now,
hand, like.
you know, it's just being positive and holding out hope. And
Surely they'll test in time to come and all, and go back for checkups and all. So if anything does appear, then it'll obviously be easier
And
treated.
caught,
Yeah.
hopefully, in a fairly... Like, she's probably going, and rightfully so, will be getting tested fairly regularly, like...
100%,
Which
yeah.
you would kind of hope for. Can we, like, move on to something else at your expense that doesn't involve us getting sad?
Okay, well, we can talk about the golf.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you want that known.
Okay, so another terrible thing about 2025 was my pride and joy. It's painful. It's painful.
You do love that golf.
I do.
You do love that golf. You talked about how much you loved it in the last pod. Like, you even got a fucking set of wheels out of it from the last pod.
I still have those wheels.
Of course.
The wheels are currently, on the car. Handbrake gave way.
That's actually common with cars with air suspension and hydraulic suspension, because people, including myself, when you park the car and drop it or raise it up, you're stretching the handbrake, and the handbrake loses its tension. Connor didn't know this. Did you know this?
I had a bit of an idea, but mine's automatic, so
Oh, yours is on the
just
caliper.
sore apart.
Yeah, you're fair enough then.
I didn't know that either, but it makes
That
sense.
was what I was told with the 207, was my handbrake failed in the 207 as well. Like, it was shocking, because like I was literally parking the car and then dropping it and then raising it up, and just handbrake just goes. So
Yeah.
always leave your car in gear.
Oh my God, the amount of times I've heard that since. It's like it's the one thing everyone feels they have to say to help for the next time, if it makes sense.
Well, you bought an automatic, I assume, did you?
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a good and a bad of the year. Like,
I mean, that's a pretty shit point, like,
what?
the fucking your car going on, like, I know we joke about it, but like, fucking hell, like, losing your car, rolling down a hill, and a pillar, like.
It was so shit. It was that week as well. It was awful. Something else happened. I can't really remember what it was, but it was just one of those weeks where you're just like, why the fuck's this not over yet? But yeah, the car, I had gotten out of the car maybe like half an hour ago, and then I was in my room and I heard the noise outside, but it was my car alarm going off. I looked outside my window and I was like, where the fuck's my car? And I went outside and the car was halfway down the driveway.
Oh fuck! Did you watch it? Essentially, happen.
I had the CCTV, so I watched it on the CCTV. Just saw the car slowly roll down the lane.
And start to gather speed.
Yep, straight back down into the concrete post that my neighbours had just put in like a couple of weeks ago.
Did you have to pay to fix them?
Yeah, but they're not fixed yet, so that's it.
To be fair, like a silver lining, I suppose, which if you probably shouldn't be thinking of them, but like at least it didn't go into another car because that could have been up.
Yeah, at least.
Or onto the road.
That's
Yeah.
Or through a hedge.
Yeah. Onto the road definitely would have been the worst out of all of them.
That
But
happened my aunt's people carrier at a time. So they have a really steep driveway into their house. So, and it ran down, and I think it either possibly hit a car or something whenever it ran down it. It was an out, what do you call them? It's like an out Picasso. Do you know the Reynolds?
A spas?
Yes, it was a spas. Yeah.
They're the spas.
At least you have to blur that out. Or bleep it.
No, it's contextual. I can probably get away with that one. No, I don't think.
I don't think I have a chance.
No,
No.
no.
Sounds like something you would drive.
Very good. Yep. No, so what's the plan then? Because obviously, like, you bought a BM.
yeah, I've got an F30 now. Red
Twins
one,
O'Connor here.
of course. Yeah, we're twinning now.
Takes the F30s.
It does. Here's a 330 though.
Why did you not go for a 330?
I could only really. I found one, but it was an X drive, and I didn't want an X drive.
Why?
Why?
I'd have preferred an X drive, to be
Yeah.
honest.
If an open diff, it's not like you're going to go sideways anywhere.
I think of electric diff, not. So if you stick it in second, she will go.
No, the X drives are 4-wheel drive.
No. I'm talking about the actual the
I
320s.
didn't want a 4-wheel drive.
So if
But
you
why?
put them in second gear,
Just
as I
change it up a
found
bit.
out from
I mean-
Brad Culbertson, they go.
Right, okay.
They have to be at a certain speed for the diff to lock.
Oh, if you're rash on them, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
doable.
So
Fun fact.
Interesting.
But-
Mine never really sees enough road to find any of this out. Like
Does yours just sit parked?
I have her 2 years in April and she's done 3,000 miles.
That's impressive.
That's, yeah.
She's
that's
currently-
done
Mike
more
Baz
miles.
even drove his car more than that. That is fucking
My
impressive.
Sierra's done more miles than that and spends most of his time in a trailer.
Well, I just spent like
Being recovered.
I just spent £750 on her, getting her tent and spoilers and new splitter and all put on her and fully valved it before I went to Australia, and she hasn't been out of the shed since. She's been there 7 weeks.
What sort of tents do you go for? Medium
I
or
don't know
light
what
or-
they were. They were
Allegedly.
They weren't medium. They were lighter than that. They're just to match the back windows. I don't even know what they were, but
No, because I have lights all around the Amarok, like, and I think it just helps them. I love tents, like.
Allegedly,
too.
you did that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
it just fell and it happened. Like I don't,
Yeah.
I don't really know what.
You just woke up one day and the car was black.
Yeah, head's a bit foggy now, to be honest. But
Blinked and then all of a sudden my windscreen.
You
was
use the
tinted.
sunglasses on all the time.
That's what it is. Honestly, that's what I've tried to convince Baggy to get her new car tinted, and I was like, you know, you should. And I was like, I'll help your stigmatism, because she has, like, whenever people drive it, like at night, her vision would like blur at times, and what?
No, finish your story.
And I was like, you should get tints, because you know it'll like polarize it a bit better. It won't, but it would look cool.
But like, I don't entirely know, so I'm hoping yous can say, is there a law about driving at night with your sunglasses on?
No, you just look like a dick.
What the fuck's the difference in driving with full tints at night and just wearing your sunglasses?
If I was a policeman, I'd be more inclined to stop someone driving with like sunglasses on at night than tints.
are you okay? Like, are you supposed to be out without your care or what? Do you know where you're going? Or
Yeah,
I
like,
just think that I don't see why tints aren't legal.
I think a lot of it's down to if a crime's committed, you can't see who it is. That's one.
I'm not gonna commit a crime though. I just don't want people seeing into my car.
What have you got?
Wait, what
to
have you
hide?
got?
Nothing. I just have this really weird
Just
thing.
cut
I don't like.
I agree. I don't like it either. Like, and then there's also something cool whenever you see like you're driving along the road and you see someone else with tents in the car beside you, but you can't actually see them because you're tinted and they're tinted. But it's just kind of that thing. It's just like.
They can't see you doing it either.
Yeah, I know, but you just know they're doing the same as well. Probably aren't, but like you just know that they're looking at you going, "Oh fuck yeah, full tints gang." So you're looking at them going, "Yeah, full tint gang." They don't care. I care. They don't care at all. But like, yeah,
So you're the only one doing full tank gang?
I fucking love it.
Maybe the police should be pulling you in and asking where you're going.
I think they'd have other thing. They'd just look at me and go, "Nah, he's too special." They'll be like, "Why have you not got your sunglasses on?" Well, you know, the rest of you have all start talking, but because I want me and character syndrome's been kicking about for long enough. Like,
Tell us about your day, Michael.
How have you been?
how have you been? Thanks for asking, guys. No, look, to be honest, like,
2 years later.
hey, it was a welcome break over Christmas, to be honest. Didn't get as much done as I planned on doing. Sure, like, that's always the case. A wild crack, though. So, I can't remember. I think I said in the pod I bought a X6 silage harvester.
That doesn't fit in the shed.
Yep. Ruined the fucking story. Yes, it doesn't. It does now. It's in the shed. So anyway,
How high did you have to tip it up?
I think I had to lift the drawbar 3 meters.
Fucking hell.
It's like,
Was that Mary at full boom?
aye, and no brakes. That was so basically right. I bought a silage harvester. Man math. Okay, so to do 7 bales over 10 acres, so 70 bales over 10 acres, is about £1,000. You do 2 cuts a year. That's £2,000. So if you're going to 20 acres, that becomes £4,000. Man math. I already have 2 trillers, so the harvester cost me, well, not as much as that. Somewhere between £2,000 and £4,000. So in my head, in a couple of years' time, saving money, despite the fact that you have to take in extra diesel, more tractors, have to buy a buck rake, have to get some man to probably still mow it for me, have to, take all that into consideration, but I didn't take that into consideration because the man math just said, but you buy a harvester, that's cheaper than bales.
Then I said, who's driving? And you just went, friends.
I just basically ring Connor and ask for Grassmen to come and help me every time and just tell him it's content or something like that.
Oh, great job. Great success. Great success.
Great success. So, and then I'll probably get a video of me like, putting a boulder or something through it.
Well, you hope not. Like,
No, I hope not. But
Well, as long as Martin's not on it, you'll be alright.
he does want. He actually had said to me, he goes, "Hey, he's like, sure I can land down. You want?" He's like, "I can throw it my 6490," and I was just kind of like, after that thing. But he's all on for it. He's actually all horned for the grass too. He's well, I'll not say, just in case he doesn't want people knowing, but he wants to be involved. He's like, "No, I'm doing this for you," and I went. Fairness, Morton is he's so kind. Like, he's such a fucking kind chap. Like, he'd do anything for you. So,
and then if you want a wee bit of comfort, sure, I'll bring the 6.7. You can drive it the old time.
on the back of the harvester, or in the harvester.
On the harvester, aye.
I don't know. There'd be something cool about the old wine of the fate. In
No,
the harvester.
it's a joke, Michael. If you wanted a bit of comfort for a wee bit.
I'm sure you're only going like 2 miles up the field. It's the only time you'll not be shook the life out of you. They are deadly uncomfortable, but how's yours? Is your tractor?
Do you have an air seat in yours?
No, do you not? Yours is far comfier than mine.
Really?
No, 100%. That day I had a rip in yours, I thought I was in heaven.
You were raging that time you were in mine because your man just said to drive
that
up the
penis in
field.
front with the indicator and all on. I was like, where are you even going to?
Because I was watching you were going for the 5th gear pull, and then it was just like couldn't even do it. And I was like, "Oh, this man's ruined. This man's day." Like,
Well, I've told him to bring the Fiat to my first cut next year. You were saying, "Oh, sure, drive your wee tractor up and take the Fraser, down the roadway," and I was like, "Bring the Fiat." But sure, it's literally only there for the crack.
Yeah.
it is a day's crack, to be fair, and you have no ear. Like, you're deaf by the end of the day. Like,
No, that's the point of it.
I wouldn't want to be sitting on a trail harvester all the same.
I have an idea. So I've got myself going, because obviously my Fiat doesn't have like the power box that you're supposed to need to do the harvester, so I have to wire that all on myself. And I have got
What do you
myself.
What do you mean?
You know why, like the D plugs? You know why, like yours is like the D plug and like TMs and all the D plug.
Yes.
Fiat doesn't have that, and if it does, I haven't seen it.
Do you have to put a spill box on it?
No, it's all it's just a wee switch box.
Oh, right.
I just need to get power.
I seen them plumbed into the 7-pin plugs before.
Yeah, you can do it that way, but basically just taking off. But I was actually going to pull it off the battery because then it's a stronger line.
So she's joystick control and all that, correct?
Yeah, well, buttons. There's four different button controls. I'll show you the control box when we're up. But
Fun.
my plan is actually to get a parking camera, reversing camera, and mount it to the spout.
And never look behind you.
And never look behind me.
Lethal.
Never look behind me.
That's a lazy man's job, that.
Honestly,
Should be some length of the cable all the same.
it's wireless. It's Bluetooth. I have to run it right enough. I have to run power up to the spout though, so it's not exactly completely wireless. But yeah,
That's how, to be fair, you have some stupid ideas. That's not bad.
well, someone did say, "What if you go through a bumpy feeling?" I think it was actually Darren Mallon said, he goes, "That's all well and good. You had a bumpy patch," and he says, "And your camera's just doing that there." And I'm like, "Ah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it."
Shouldn't be too bad. Well, see, if you had one on Jeremy Holland, do you see all the trees are about to hit?
Yes.
I
Oh, the
never.
stones he's going to fling at you.
The very first year we went down a hill, like he took out the major.
Oh, you
and
think
the double
that
chop.
you weren't really there for this year, but if you
I
thought this
mean-
year was rash, last year was a hell of a lot rasher.
Well, to be fair, now the way he drove the 7-8-10 at the top of that field, that was fucking rash.
Non compared to the major.
No, well, the major. So his spout, literally a bolt, didn't put a thread around it. I don't think so anyway. And she kept going loose. And I mean,
Are you're talking about the actual spout or the flap on the spout?
No, the spout.
Right, okay. That's
So it was, instead of being straight back, it
Yeah.
was like fucking turning around. And I mean, you talk about telegraph poles, trees, and it was not a wide route.
perfect.
So he was going into the other side of the road all the time just to try and avoid hitting the spout.
And I hadn't got the Amarok that long, and you were driving the Amarok because I was driving
like,
Jeremy
I
7
literally fucking kept back because I seen
Wait for
tree.
the spout to come.
Yes, and it did hit a couple of trees. Then he pulled in, and then me and him fucked about trying to get it thing. I would try and do his, but yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting about half a mile down the road, being like, "Where are you at?"
This year though, with his 7-8-10 turboed, no word of a lie. If she took another gear, it took another gear, and
I drove into him.
you did.
I do wish I'd seen that now, but I got to the stage, I was like, I will kill a man for food here.
Someone's going to lose a family member here if you didn't get food
100%,
kind of thing.
and I hadn't Craig's mother's a nice woman. I didn't want to send that message to her, like, but I was for killing him.
I'm sorry, but Craig's dead. Yeah, well, it was good out of Craig. To be fair, Craig stopped in and got food with us.
I know he did. I know he did. I was trying to get an icon steered around Jeremy's yard at that stage.
Yeah, you probably
Right.
should have just.
How did you fare getting up the lane?
I did, I.
For
He used to bring a big trailer that got up.
I know, but he didn't care about birds. What was it?
Isn't it a big fent? 828 fent or something?
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I think the icon a bit taller, but
It would be.
she was dead on. It was them them lights that's on top I was sort of scared of, but she got up alright.
Phil Kenna got to the bottom of the lane and just went fuck this and took the stuff off the lorry. Like he was like, nah. And then he said in the way back, he was like, nah. He goes, I'm not going up that lane again. So Jeremy had to then drive the stuff up the road to the lay-by. And I was like, do you know what? Fair enough. Like fair
Would have
enough.
made more sense, really.
Well, Phil's very protective of his lorry. Like so
Jeremy's face when he seen the fast track. Like
Jeremy came up to me and was like, Michael, he goes, I've Grassmen's GCB, and like I think I said this to Gareth at the time. Were you more so even more than us because you work for Grassmen, but like even us, kind of I suppose, haven't been in the yard and back and forth and haven't spoke to Gareth. Like,
I'm working with you basically.
a few times.
You
I wouldn't
become
say-
a wee bit numb to it.
I was going to say we're not numb to it, but you do sort of just go, oh yeah, there's
And the novelty wears off a bit.
and then like whereas like for him this was like the most amazing thing ever. Like that was his year. That was probably his life made, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
And he'll be listening to this going, yeah, I agree. Yep.
To be fair now, it's one of the only times I have tried really hard not to fanboy, but it was very hard not to fanboy.
Was that over the icon or the TM?
Over
Or the whole thing?
Yes. Oh,
It was cool. It was cool. To be fair, like the support we got from yourselves was fucking unbelievable. Like even we pulled into Sean Collins,
Yeah.
and you were standing there waiting on us. Like that was.
I was racing down that road to try and beat you to it, but it was.
There was one point Hugh was like, shouting over the radio, being like, "We think McFetridge is coming here now. Will we all pull up in this here flyover and wait for him?" And it was like I was looking at it and going, "If it's a wide one, aye." But it was like this one. It was a flyover. I think it was at Watergrass Hill, and literally it wouldn't have even, if we'd have parked, we would have just shut down the entire like area. So I was like, no, we just have to keep her lit. and then we didn't know how far or how close you were going to be. But yeah, you still beat us to shots, like. And we'd left the day beforehand.
I think 4:30 in the morning. I think I left Ballymena at 6:30. It took 8 hours in the Icon from Ballymena to Cork City.
That's... I wouldn't do it that much quicker in a car. Okay, 5 hours probably.
I don't know, she can boogie alright now. But that was as funny driving down the road too, like, because Philip and the woman went by me at one stage and they were taking videos and photos and all out the window, and the amount of Snapchats I got through, just people were like, oh, Grassmen's tractors on its way down the road, and I was like, I know, I'm in it.
To be fair, my pinch me moment, if you call it that, was Garth on the Tullamore video. And it was like, and the TM's there, and the one that we drove down the road, and I was like, that was me. Woohoo!
There's another thing for your CV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
You could have got the 6290 if you'd have wanted it as well.
But to be fair,
it would have put Garth under a lot less pressure.
To be fair, yes,
And
it would
Sam
have.
Cole.
Yes. But
And Johnny Blakely.
yes.
You're a bit of an inconvenience, like, we're beating around the bush here, like.
Yes,
You
I'm aware.
did ruin a few guys' weeks, you know.
But
Pretty sure Sam Cole's still firing darts at you. So I was like,
and to be fair, the even like the TM had no radio on it, so it was literally AirPods, and then yous were blabbering away for a while.
I would put AirPods in too, though. That was the case. Like,
I don't know how you boys done it. That's what I've
Do
said.
you know what?
I've said
We
to
joke.
everybody since. Like, there's no way.
I did not feel it at all.
We joke, but to be honest, the two-way radios is actually what kept us sane. If you were sitting there, like, if you like, because there was Joe and the pickup in front, the 3 tractors, and then Adam and the Amarok behind, like, so we were all talking to each other. Everyone was kind of keeping each other going the whole way down, and like just commenting things. And then there was weird and wonderful things happen, like that random person impersonating a police officer in the Land Cruiser. Pulled us all over, shouted a load of abuse at Joe, and then took off. But he had blue lights in the back of the Land Cruiser, but he wasn't actually police.
I mean, you saying that?
Coming to an RSA checkpoint, we shit ourselves. We fucking royally shit ourselves.
But back of my pickup,
And then they seen the banner and just went, we're like, thank fuck.
oh, the sweat was starting to get cold on me, like coming up to that checkpoint.
That was
like,
Monaghan,
like,
wasn't it, or something? No, I was Monaghan.
Clonus.
There was that. Well, a lot of really mad things happened. To be fair, I was a big
We literally did a full
inconvenience.
podcast, and this in episode 65, my dad.
I was also quite a big inconvenience to Phil. He was up to go home, and I was like, but you know, I have to go and tip a load of silage here. Didn't know where I was going.
That's right.
And then get back, and then Connor, you were like, "Do I go on the fast track?" And I was like, "No, a bit, no, I don't." And then I was like, "What the fuck am I saying no for?" I was like, "I know, we'll go on the fast track." And then I literally jumped into it. Get the fuck out of that tractor now. That was Gemma. And go and tip that load of silage and get back here the fuck now, because these are really looking to go away. And I was like, I know.
We didn't get home till like 3:30 or something.
Yeah, Phil got my back.
Sure, we were the same. We had to drive to Wexford that night, and Craig left like at the same time as me. And then there's an injector went in the van. He was driving at 15 mile an hour at the side of the motorway. I was 15 from like Ahio to Clonakilty.
Yeah.
Craig was 15 minutes in front of me compared to the fast track. I was 3.5 hours. And then the next day trying to go over the Wexford Mountains to get her up to Dublin, because she was going on to Tullamore after. Yeah, that was sketchy. That was tight roads.
Well, believe that. But back to the harvester.
Sorry.
I'm glad I went and lifted it in a small tractor. Because if I left it on a big tractor, it's not fucking wide in the road. Now,
To be fair-
it does have a side marker that tells you what you're going to hit.
But to be fair, a bigger tractor is nearly better for the likes of that. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
If you are seen coming in a big machine with beacons, people pull the fuck over.
Well,
No.
you'd be surprised too.
No,
like,
I don't think so. That thing there still the beacons, and it has the light on the side. Like,
Oh.
yeah, like the light on the outside, so anyone coming along would have seen the light that shows how wide I was.
You'll actually have to put a light on the spout as well,
Yeah.
because what you want to do at night time?
Sure, I'm running power
Although I
up
would
to-
argue though, if a big tractor's fit to go through a gap, the harvester's going to go through it too.
Aye. So like the person coming will be able to judge the width better, unless you the marker, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I was able. It was a wee small tractor, so I was just basically sat one side or left wheel in the ditch nearly the whole road home. got home. I was like, "Yep, must get this in the shade," and reversed back, and just the next thing, just the spout just caught the roof, and I just went,
Oh.
and then just looked and went, "Oh, there's about 3 foot there." I was like, "Oh."
But does that spout not fall down?
No,
Can you make it to fall down?
if I want to spend a bit of time with a welder, aye, but I can't be arsed.
Suppose you need a wee ram too then.
Yeah. No, you could do it. You could do it even if you want done it in a pump action, so you wouldn't have to necessarily run it off hydraulics. But at that stage, you'd probably just run it off.
I thought
the
they
track.
did come with a pump action standard now.
No, only last of the Max 6s were only ones that actually came with fold down spout. JF's all fold down because Sherry's bought a JF. I was thinking of doing like your typical bare knuckle boxing fighting style video, calling them at Sherry out for a silage off, but.
Oh, I thought you were just forgetting on the ring with him at Sherry there for 2 seconds. I was like, he will definitely knock the shit out of you.
Yeah, he probably would, to be fair. Like, no, I was thinking that was something I was going to actually send him a message and go like, thinking of just doing like one of them call out videos just to call him out and say that he thinks his harvester's better than mine, and probably will. His will likely not break because I see he's already working on it, and I'll likely just about throw some grease at mine and hope the fuck it goes.
To be fair, if Emma actually wanted to, like, he has enough tractors and all there that he could have like a wee old school day himself. Say if he got like two Donnelly tillers or something, you know.
Yeah.
That's sort of his.
That would be very cool. Yeah.
Chatting to him about it, like. But yeah, so in the end, up to get it into the shed, I had to sling the drawbar and put it to the loader, which I can tell you is when you have a sling on, which moves, and a loader with no brakes.
Michael spec.
Getting it into the shed's a little bit sketchy. So literally, there's a photo of it. I'm not joking. The drawbars are about 3 meters in the air.
Connor Kelly had a lot of fun on, I think it was either ChatGPT or is it Sora?
Something like that, basically.
And basically every time he moved it, the whole shed fell down.
Class.
Yeah, that was probably more accurate than what actually happened in the end. But
Well, then what's the story with the Fiat at the minute?
oh yeah.
Oh.
Or do you want to talk about that?
No, I think the run the Ahule didn't help it.
What's she bad to start with?
No, it wasn't. And then I was at my cousin's doing slurry, and I'd driven the whole way to my cousin's in top gear, and then got a load of slurry, came out, went in the field, and I would normally spray it in medium fourth. I changed into medium fifth, just started rattling. I was like, oh fuck, what's wrong with this? Is it the clutch? Back into medium fourth, no rattle. Third, second, first, no rattle. Back into fifth, rattle noise. Went into the hay box then, tested it again, tried to take off first, second, third, fourth, fifth, rattle again, and she chipped 2 teeth off the drive gear and 2 teeth off the driven gear. So the tractor's currently lying split in half at the minute.
Not a synchro problem then, no?
Not a synchro problem. Synchro for reverse. My synchro comb was lying on the bottom of the gearbox somewhere. That's standard in a Fiat. And I'm getting the forks done up while I'm at it, so she should. Now mine wasn't bad at going into gear, in fairness. Bad coming down gears, not bad going up.
I bet are any of them good at coming down gears?
No.
Nearly found if you're at 1500 RPM and you blip away in a time,
You have to blip.
Aye, but it's
They're going
still
to
a pushing session, like you.
Oh, I like if you're coming to the end of a road end and you're sort of trying to engine brake, it's like
third
bang.
and fifth's very close on them.
Yeah.
For your many a time whenever driving his
Not
third, and you changed, or no, you would have been second to go to third, and you end up. No, dear, there's fifth.
But would you rather do that or 7, 8, 10 where you're fucking 2 time zones over between
I haven't
first
drove a
and
7,
third?
8, 10 to be fair.
You ever driven a 7, 8,
No.
10? First, second, third is somewhere over here at the back of your head, and fourth, honestly, like from when you go from a Fiat to a 7, 8, you try to go into third and you're like, why is this not taking gear? Third gear's bust, only to realise that it's just hitting like the middle. And
I
you
actually
have to-
thought your gearbox was fairly tight that day I drove her. Like mine is like stirring a bowl of soup.
My gearbox is clearly okay apart from fifth gear. I think just the heat maybe from the run to Cork probably.
Maybe could have done with a service after it,
It was serviced like not long before it, and there was oil and all put on it.
but still, even doing 300 mile.
At full rev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was one of the other things. Like whenever you're in a tractor that does a bit more, you know,
I've sitting
speed,
full open 2700
it's-
RPM the whole way.
You were literally letting them go, and then you were fit to go. You know, up full open, and then you had to obviously brake. But
I see. I had the seat sort of tilted around to the side, and the feet were out, and the Crocs were on, and I was laying back on the sofa. I was actually falling asleep more than anything the way down.
No, jeez, I wouldn't do that if I even thought about falling asleep. I was bouncing. The next thing, my head was hitting off the roof. We came out, I think it was Mitchelstown or Fermoy or one of them places, and up the hill, and literally it was just, the road was so bad, and I was literally just going, like Dylan was watching me just, ow, 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 ow.
I should have sent you to Mallow with that load of grain Sean Collins threw onto me that I got ambushed with.
That's right. How
did
you,
that fare?
Yeah.
Don't know. Would you take that load of grain to Mallow? Was anybody else going to go? No. Didn't go. It's 45 minutes in the wrong direction, Sean.
Out of curiosity, like whenever the likes that happens, you're like, obviously, you know, you're helping out, but you're like, because obviously it's not your tractor, are you just like, do you have to ring Garth and be like, oh, he's letting me to give him a hand?
Garth wouldn't care.
No, I wouldn't. It'd just be like, on ahead, tap it.
You got video, at the end of the day, there's video footage of it, like loading up the grain. I wouldn't have wanted to go up that big field.
Oh, that was like,
That was hairy, like.
I didn't know where
That
four-wheel
shit
drive was in TM, and was like, okay, I'm actually starting to fucking dig in the ground here. So yeah,
Aye, funny, I was coming up the hill and I was like, why am I slowing down? And I was like, why am I starting to like really lose speed? And I was like, oh, this is actually quite steep.
So
and then at one point coming across the top of the hill, I was like, actually, I better not stop, because is there a chance the trailer's just going to go?
If you hit the brakes.
Yeah, it was deceptively steep. that ground.
Going up, it was dead on. It was the coming
and
back
then
down.
you
It
get out
was,
and walked on, and you're like, if I fall, I'm going to roll down
You
to the
probably
bottom of the
have.
road.
Do you have an air brake or an exhaust brake in the JCB, or no? Just
no, it's not even side brakes. It's just one brake pedal.
is she variable?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Actually-
then should be okay. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Sean Collins is a pilot.
Yeah.
He is an operator. Doesn't even lift. He was coming out through, and he was like, I was like, do you not need to take the do you not need to take the header off this? And he goes, we'll miss it no more. Out over through the hedge thing, and he just looked at me and goes, not my first time doing this. He was so, but he was like on the phone chatting to somebody, I don't know, knitting or something else, steering, like literally, it wouldn't have mattered. There could have been an atomic bomb going off, like kilometre down the road. Nothing would have phased him. He's
He's a cool customer.
so calm and cool.
He
and
is the most distinctive accent to there ever was, and he's very easy to listen to. You know,
He's very easy to interview as well. I
Yeah.
think I said, what's your name? And he said, that was it.
yeah,
Hour and a half.
he's we've like the plan is to get him on this as well. He was talking about coming up. I don't know if he's been up the country, but I'm going to head down to Cork at some point, so I'm just going to ambush him hopefully and get him on. But that's enough of the what's new of me, and we're already like an hour 40 into this, so which was originally my goal for to achieve, because I said I was going to do less of the podcast. But
Well, then what's your plans for the podcast this year?
you think I told you to ask you that or something? Connor? See, to be honest, I'll not lie. Coming to the tail end of last year, I was actually starting to get starting to lose a bit of heart, and it's a shame, because we're going from strength to strength. Even hearing you the other night talking to me about it, like, you know, and even talking to people like we were at Red House Holsteins. Shout out to Josh McFarland as well for giving me the stuff from Try Nutrition. Appreciate it. Like even him saying, "Oh, when's the next podcast episode, boys?" You know, stuff like that. You do realise that people actually care and people actually listen. And for me, it's kind of, and you're the same as me. You're sort of sitting there at one point, just going, "Does it fucking even matter? Does anybody really care?" Like, and when you hear stuff like that, it's nice.
It's like my friend that was starstruck seeing you the other night.
See, but I like again, I can't understand that. But then you're saying as well, there's people like obviously. You're known as Connor from Grassmen. Like, there's people who will see
I'm
you.
starstruck right now.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Like, there's people. You said like there's people, and you
Lad, that's why I'm shaking. I'm not cold. I'm just
No,
so
no.
starstruck.
Well, I'm shaking because I'm cold.
it's nothing to do with like, you know, the big ego or whatever. But you're just telling me, you're like, there's people who will come and they just want to speak to you just
Yeah.
because, and that's okay. That's allowed because that's the name you have, and that's fine. I just can't get my head. And I was like to you, I was like, I thought your mate was a bit quiet, and you were like, no, like Matthew, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And like you're like, no, Matthew was genuinely just not star. I'm not going to use starstruck. Like
They was starstruck.
Well, Matthew, thank you very much. But like, fuck's sake.
He'll be delighted now he's heard his name on the podcast. He'll be like, absolutely
Right,
on
back
a ball.
to the creamery and sort out them alarms. He knows the reference. We know the reference.
That ringtone goes off every night at 10 o'clock. Hey, and I'm like, get that phone out of the house. Just launch it across the field.
Yeah, no, fair play is there's an incentive to do it, I suppose. But yeah, I think for this year, one of my like every year I have been constantly saying since like 2022, and then the podcast come along. Well, the podcast started sort of mid 2022 with ideas and shit, like, but 2023, 2024, 2025 was always gonna do more, need to do more. No, this year I've decided I'm doing less. Fuck it. I'm no happier trying to fucking kill myself trying to get shit done. Like, I would rather focus on just the important stuff rather than trying to do everything. And one of the big things I want this year is quality. So, ironically, even though the podcasts aren't going to be as short as I'd planned, I want things to be a bit shorter to give me and Connor a bit more of a life again. Like, I got to the stage there where we were recording with a guest, and that was one night, and then me and you were recording ourselves another night. And that's 2 nights lost as opposed to 1 night. And still have to edit. I still work away. There's still like a lot going on. I kind of want to rein it back and in a way, I guess, make it more enjoyable again. Make it that it doesn't seem like a chore. Because to be honest, you're nodding in agreement here towards the tail end. Like, it really did start, even though we were interviewing some incredible people. And genuinely, like, I said this to Connor the other night, like, if, or maybe it was you was saying it too as well, if 2023 me heard the way I was talking at the end of 2025 / start 2026, he would punch me in the face. Like, he'd be raging. 2023 me, like when we started off the pod, but like, what do you mean? Like, you've interviewed all these people. What do you mean? Like, you're tired and sick. Like, look at what you've achieved. I think sometimes you have to sit back and can actually remember that and go, do you know what? We actually have done alright, but
Yeah.
My bedtime reminder just went off.
heard that. Well, there's times we've started recording as your bedtime reminder went off.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Garth, we started recording really late.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The worst ever it was, we left here at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you're
well.
not going to be here that long, thankfully, because I'm cold as well. But yeah, so thanks for asking that preemptive question. No more.
I'm gonna ask another question.
Oh, fuck.
So why are you scared for this one? So over the last 4?
This is year 4.
Okay, over the last 3 years, what has been number one highlight?
Apart from us two sitting on your sofa.
Of course, I mean this is the best part, but other than this,
Driving Garth's tractor and raising money, to be fair.
Aye, they're on. They're
Yeah.
on. The charity run. There's, like, don't forget I had a wedding a month later. Like,
And
I
the
was more
wife to
nervous
be at the time was like, when not in the company, Michael was like, he fucking told me down you're planning to run the cart. And I was like, I know, and like it's a week before it and I have no idea what we're doing. And Adam and that there were like, so have we booked anywhere? And that we're like, no, we're going to meet on the Sunday or whatever. So yeah.
And are you planning anything like that this year again, or?
I don't think so. I don't think we could. I don't think it would make any sense. Like, there'd be a lot of people. I think if we were to do something again this year, I don't think there's the same novelty.
There was obviously the significance last year because 2 parents' anniversaries.
Yeah, milestone anniversaries.
And that was really the main reason why we did do it. And then Michael got talking to Garth, 2 similar-minded people, and things just
Escalated.
spiraled.
Because we were going to do it anyway, and then the whole thing with Gareth come up, and well, we've talked about this in depth on all our podcasts, like, so don't really need to rehash it. But basically, Gareth was on for it, and it kind of just went from there. If we were to do it again, like, there's people like for instance, someone might turn around and go, "Well, I threw them £100 last year. I'm not going to do this year." £100 is a lot of money.
Yep.
And and the thing is, this is what I mean about donations. Like, people weren't donating fivers and tenors. It was 50s.
Some people were giving £500, like.
500. Like, my boss won't let me tell people how much he donated, but it was a fucking unbelievable amount of money. He has his reasons for donating to the cause as well, but like, you know,
Like, it's that mad we haven't actually had time to go and like do a presentation to Marie Curie.
yeah.
And that's
I don't
6 months away.
think we'll do that. Everybody knows what the score was like, and I got the thank you letter, so it's sorted out. But like, that's probably been, and to be honest, like, doing that event and seeing the support the podcast got us, but also, this is going to sound really strange, but doing charity work gets you a massive audience. Like, our Facebook page grew from 1.7 thousand followers till like 6.7 thousand followers. Like in a 3-week period, we gained 5,000 followers on Facebook, which, granted, for some of the pages that's nothing, but for us that was massive. And it was just people literally saying, "Fuck, these boys are absolute idiots. I'm in." Like, you know, there was a lot of that. Like, and at Donos, we got to Cork, and it was just like, that was the one time genuinely did feel like a celebrity, whenever they took us all out and we done like the.
At the end where you just left the grass.
Where we left the grass together and we were the centrepiece.
It was even, like, I jumped out of the TM.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
And, like, I wasn't out of it 5 minutes. Till I had to pull the queue out of it literally every fucking time. I wasn't out of it till there was 5 young fellas in it. I was like, it's not really my character. Should I lock it? Should I not? Don't know. And then I went, me fucking wallet's in that time. So as soon as I got out, I was like, right, lock the door.
I came down the road,
and then a fella came over to offer, like, was like, who owns this tractor? And is this yours? And I was like, no, this is Grassmen's.
And what do they do?
what do they do?
Who are they? And I was like, they were standing down there, you know, in the middle of the field.
Are they contractors?
What do they do? And I was like, they're filming content, you know, and they were like, but wait till the tractor. And then it was like, well, to be fair, they do merchandise, you know, and sell it, but wait till the tractor. And I was like, literally, my explanation was, I suppose they made £1. And they bought it, and he was like, right. But what do they do with it?
You're just like, what do you want from me here?
If you don't know, now, you now know.
So then it was a case of they filmed it, and the one was like, that's crazy. And then her husband then asked the same thing again. But whenever, like, others were watching, like Phil and that there was watching, he was in underneath the trailer and underneath the tractor, and I think he was more or less like, oh, did you get that out of, you know, like a sales place? And I was like, no Grassmen. And he was like,
never heard of
and
them.
then somebody else then said he was asking someone else to see who owned it because he wanted to buy it.
Right?
Yes.
I don't even want to know what price that thing is.
No, I would say it's just,
because, like, I was talking to ones today, and they were like, oh, you know, how old was the cane tiller and all? And I was like, I don't think it's ever really been used.
no, it was repainted, wasn't it?
No, she was new.
Is she?
She was a brand new trailer, aye.
Oh, I thought she was it the Red Rock.
The Red Rock's ready to get painted, aye.
But that was one of Boiler's trailers.
Aye. I think it was the old Slurry trailer. I think I could be wrong. I've never actually seen her since he bought her, but as far as I'm aware, it was with the old Slurry trailer.
I just know coming down the hill and the hill, I burst into tears. Literally just before the field, I burst into tears. Like, the amount of emotion that came over, like, I just was coming down, I started thinking about it, and I was like, holy fuck. And I'm not, like, I don't cry, like, I'm not that emotional, like, in general. Like, I'm quite emotionally unavailable most of the time, and I, like, literally burst into tears. And then I had to, like, howl myself together going through the gate.
Going through the Cork Tunnel, I was shiting myself.
Class, going through the Jack Lynch. That was unreal.
To be fair, the TM, if you open the side window and you got her to go, she did a good old pull.
There's a bit of a bark off her.
But whenever you see me driving, there's a reason why I, like, stuck behind a bit whenever Adam was filming, and I was trying to get the pull in the video. But you don't hear no pull in the video, so it just looked like, geez, is he sleeping or whatever?
I was looking over the hedge there.
You also didn't drive behind me because my brake lights didn't work.
Did they not? No. The reason it was, anytime we stopped, Dylan was driving Hugh's tractor for the vast majority of it, for Hugh had a bad back, and
did I? He never said.
Only once or twice.
But like, Dylan was like, oh, do you want to go in front of me? And I was like, no, I don't really care. And he was like, it doesn't bother me. So we were both going there, like, I don't care, no, you tear away. No, I don't care, no, you tear away. So I was like, sure, I'll just stay behind.
I was just glad to be out in front, otherwise you just left me for dead, like.
Your Fiat found 2 more a mile an hour.
Hi, hand throw it all full.
I was going to say, any wonder he's sitting at 2000, 2700
Wait, what's yours rev to?
Should go to 3000 if I let her.
No, mine will not go that high.
The screws screwed out of mine.
So's mine, but it won't go in a hair.
No, I just ran her back a bit.
Nah, you've done.
Is yours turbo then?
Aye.
You've done the special occasions.
What is
correct?
she doing?
I've done nothing to her just as she come. She's in 1990.
What's she doing though?
Well, I was told she's 127, but I never had her on a dyno.
I'd well believe that.
But she's fit now, and she's not screwed or anything. There's nothing, no smoke out of her at all.
She'll have to have been doctored for the turbo. She'll have had to have a bit of a doctor.
That's bound to definitely go well for the size of the tractor, like.
She's nice. I would love a 110 also.
One with a working fifth gear, maybe. Preferably.
A blue or terracotta one.
Oh, terracotta.
Terracotta. Agreed. Be nice with set front links.
Gatepost destroyer.
Gatepost destroyer. Can't wait.
You've already done that before anyway.
I've destroyed a few gateposts. Mainly with trailers or story tankers, but not with the front end. May have caught one. Did I catch one with McLean's? Might have done. If I have done, sorry, Richard.
Well, if Ahio was your highlight, what's the big plan for this year? Like, how do you go from here to here? Or do you just want to stay at the same spot you're in?
I honestly, I've said this before, me and Connor have talked about this. I think honestly to go the next level up, you'd really need to go full time. And I think really for the podcast to go any further, I had actually spoke to you about it. I'd love to do something different, like using the podcast or even using this studio, like maybe like something different, like going live or going like maybe like the idea of like a game show or something like that there. Like I'd love to do something like that, but the timing and the effort and the planning that would go into it, if you were trying to do that whilst also still trying to do all your own stuff and still trying to get the podcast out and your own job, it would be hectic. But I would love to do like a live podcast or something, but I just don't know if I feel like that's something people would want to see.
I'd shake myself.
You get used to it. You'd be alright.
I think it is, but you just need to have the right person. Like you can get somebody on who you think is all glitz and glam, and they get on, and they see the light flashing at them, and then they just focus on the headlights.
But I do wonder, like, what would you do for a live pod? Like,
You could have so many different guests.
but is that what do people really just want to see? Do people want to show up to watch me and Connor interview other people?
You could do like the Graham Norton show and have like 4 people in front of you.
You say that, but like that's your podcast now, and look how many followers you have.
That's what people's watching for at the minute.
About 4, like.
That's a very valid point, actually. It's a very valid point.
I suppose if you had a few different people, right? Well, you pair. Who else then?
Much for getting paid.
That was my next question.
But that's a genuine question. Like, I think you would have to offer a guest. If you were getting a cut out of it, you'd have to offer guests money. You can't expect them to do it for free.
Unless you do it for charity again.
But then I suppose one of the things, maybe selfishly, one of the things is you go like a live podcast, is that actually might be something you could make a turn out of.
Yep.
And I think, granted, the amount of time and effort spent into this and not having made a return on investment, that would be your return on investment. Obviously for charity, yeah, you would. And you could do elements for charity as well, or even a collection for Mary Carey or Air Ambulance or whatever. Like, but I just like, for me, like, you know, you look at the likes of the two Johnnies or whatever, or comedians, but they have like kind of like their humor, or they have a band or something like that there. Whereas for us, like, do people want to just? There's my stomach. Do people want to hear us just sit and chat tractors and shit about tractors and cars?
Well, that's what they listen to now at the minute.
We'd also probably end up having to go to Cork, because that's where.
As long as you don't say the 2 words that are banned, I think you should be good.
You can say it live, no?
I think it might be frowned upon.
Maybe just a little bit.
Perhaps. Well, I've only said it once this pod, I think.
That's good going.
That's good going.
Yeah.
That's good going. Well, I'll still be edited out anyway, in fairness. But yeah, I think that's the direction. Like, if I was to go and take it to the next level, it would have to be something like going live, or adopting the likes of a game show format or something like that there. Or, to be honest, I would love to kind of start pushing the YouTube again. But again, all that takes up so much time. And how do I quit my job and go from making a salary to absolutely nothing? Like, that's tough going, like.
I think for 2026 you need to do more videos of Donegal Rally.
All right, done one.
I'd be done taking off videos.
Yeah, you didn't take enough.
That was an off the podcast discussion. No, look, we'll just see what the future holds. I think definitely a mental readjustment is needed to realise it should probably be a bit more fucking thankful for where we're at. And as I said, like...
But like, you can be thankful and still understand that podcasting takes so much time. It takes so much time and effort, and like the editing process, especially if it doesn't go right, it can, you know, it does take a lot of time.
both had experiences where
I
we've
think I
recorded
made
and our mics haven't worked.
Balls. supposedly of whenever you interviewed Michael.
Oh, fuck,
Fucking
that
hell.
was a balls.
Just hear you in the background. That was.
We were whispering at the BM.
Bullshit, you were
You're
just
not
whispering.
fucking whispering.
Not
We were
fucking
whispering.
whispering.
No.
Right, context.
Yeah.
Me and Tyree done a podcast on here for Tyree's podcast, which
Okay.
she hasn't posted now in like 3 or 4 months or whatever.
I don't have a co-host anymore.
I
Not
did
my
address
fucking
earlier on,
fault.
but everybody just got up and go for a pee.
co-
Like,
Co-host. Connor will come on with you.
it's called SheDrives. Like, I'm not from Thailand. Like,
Shout out to Mo. Anyway, yeah, no, I know you're kind of. So if anyone would like to be a host for SheDrives, you can
Hit me up.
You can give Terry a shout.
Hit me up.
But at least I made your life easier.
No,
No,
you didn't.
I still am yet to interview you.
Yeah, right enough. Actually,
we couldn't answer your phone call. How are you going to be trying to answer questions?
To be fair, as I've got older, I am shite with my phone. Big time. Very much so. Hard get.
that's just we see that. That was obvious.
Meant to be.
Even, yeah.
One thing we would like to do also this year, Terry, is probably cross over a bit more with the likes of yourself and kind of have SheDrives and LSD kind of cross over a wee bit more. Connor, hopefully, will also come on if you decide to have another mental breakdown. Then again,
Thank you, Connor.
I meant to be not a chocolate bar, by the way. I found that out the hard way.
so we'll get some like crossovers and stuff done. But yeah, I think to be honest, I'm not going to say take the foot off the pedal, but I think at the minute it's just either we'll just see what the future holds. If we can go and push on, and if people like the idea,
It's
of going,
working the
like,
way it is at the moment. If we go any further,
A few mental
we-
bees.
Yeah.
Or mental bees.
Mental bees.
Is this meant to be?
I suppose we've took on. Well, it's a big enough undertaking in the minute, so we'll see where it goes. Aye. Yeah.
Can we get your social media details? Social media details. That's right. Formal. Yeah, you can tell the cold's getting to me. Just because we'll finish off. So
Can you tell us where to send you a letter to?
I couldn't tell you myself. I live in a house in Armoy and I've been in it the guts of 3 years now and I still don't even know my postcode. I'm just McFetridge 15 on everything.
Simple. I like it.
Tyree Patton.
On everything.
Or as Siri says, Tyree or something. Tyree? No. Aye.
Everything and anything butchers my name if it can. You just get used to it.
For whenever you were saying about the golf and Snapchat, it was like Tyree Patton. It was like Tyree Patton is
I-
typing.
I think it,
Tyree Patton has sent you a Snapchat.
I mind you saying that in the voice note too. I was like, I just give up with my name. Just,
I wouldn't say Tyree is that hard to say. Patton's not hard to say.
well, everyone gets it wrong.
What will they call you? Like Taylor or something?
That's a fucking.
I'd had question the pronunciation about at the start. Like I was just like
Terry?
Tyree, Terex. It wasn't.
Tyree.
Tyree. I don't actually know anybody else called Tyree right enough.
No.
It's unique, but it's annoying.
That's one way to describe it, yeah.
You're the only Tyree I know of, anyway.
Well, if you
Unique
look
but
up
annoying.
what?
What?
If you look up Tyree on Google, if you look up my name on Google, like just Tyree, it's literally just a whole pile of black American footballers. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not. That's just that's who I am.
That's a whole different tangent. We'll not go down that route tonight.
Yep, I know exactly where you're going with that one. Yep, that's not for tonight. You can also follow me at Michael Scullin _ and everything bar Snapchat, which is Scullin, or you can just do us a favour.
Follow the podcast.
Follow the
Limited
podcast.
Slip Differences on everything.
Like, subscribe, follow,
comment.
whatever's good. We appreciate it. Limited slip differences and everything. Thank you very much. This has been the start of year 4, and we're all fucking freezing, so we're getting out of here. Best of luck.
Bye bye.